AC/DC, before that, it were Aerosmith. Russell Brand Radio Show, how do I help you? Russell Brand Radio, how do I help you today? You're listening to BBC Radio 2, I'm Russell Brand, I'm live in Los Angeles. I played 2 songs in a row. Why did I play 2 songs in a row? Radio was broken for a while. For a minute, you were nearly faced, dear people of Britain, with the horrible prospect of this voice and this voice alone. I give you Matt Morgan.
Hello.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, I was a bit scared about my voice being the lone voice.
Yeah, I think we all were. Noel Gallagher's in another room going, yeah, Matt, I'll be bricking it. He'll be bricking it in there. He won't be our cop. There's no way he'll pull it off. That's what I know. There's no way he'll pull it off.
Without irony, that's what Mr. Gallagher was saying.
Yeah, he just said it. It was just sort of like mulling over the situation.
He can't do it. He's not got the equipment. He'll crack like an egg.
No,
Like that,
I was shuffling my papers like a furious little newsreader for a while.
Of course you were. I bet you were like a nervous Sissons on the brink of a terrible, terrible scandal breaking out about the truth about Sissons. The truth that we'll never know. Why did he put on that weight? Why is he so clever? It was good when... Do you remember when Sissons came on, Matthew?
Yeah, he was brilliant, wasn't he?
Well, I'm not prepared to talk about that, Russell. I don't know you well enough. He was sort of authoritative, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought he'd become a friend of the show, but he hasn't really.
Yeah. No, well,
him.
I don't think... Matthew, for a friendship to work, it must be nourished, pursued, fed, not... You know, you can't just ring up Sissons once and then just think he's going to turn up at your golf club dinner. That's not the way Sissons
He
rolls.
bailed out to Hollywood. Leaving me here to hold the fort.
I've tried to get you to come out here to Hollywood. You seem nervous. You seem like a nervous man sat there in the studio. I'm out here living the high life. Let me tell you. No, it's nice out here. You'll come out soon. And what a show it's going to be today. Later on, we've got Noel Gallagher coming on. It's funny because he said last week, yeah, I enjoyed that. I'll come back and do it next week. I go, oh, brilliant. Then I didn't speak to him for what seemed like a rude amount of time. And then I texted him, Dad goes, oh, are you coming, by the way? And he went, yeah, he said a text, I'm 10 minutes away. Just like he was just turning up like a little lad. Just turning up here with no admin. There's no administrative procedure. It's really funny.
Has he come
Later
prepared? I bet he's come with stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got all bits and bobs. He's got a xylophone that he's going to do something with. He's
better do something musical this week.
Oh, we ain't. But have we got any guitars or anything here? I'm not interested
He doesn't
in hearing
need guitars.
Of course he doesn't. He's brilliant on the spoons once he gets going. And with his cheeks, he can like... He's like Rolf Harris. He can do them noises out the side of his mouth. He's brilliant.
A cappella. Imagine him... Oh, he should sing something a cappella.
You'll get him singing a cappella. It's going to be an a cappella Rockefeller. It's going to be a hell of a show. And guess who's coming on later, Matthew? Guess. I dare you to guess. Surely you've seen the running order. Have you?
I have seen the running order.
But you still don't know who our guest is coming up later.
Does it begin with K?
Yeah, that's not good enough, is it? What kind of radio is that? Thank God you're not doing this on your own. Later on the show, someone beginning with K.
The most exciting letter in the whole alphabet.
It's a kicking cur. I like the K because it's the kicking cur, but I don't like Ku Klux Klan. They wears a pillowcase and they don't like different colours. You silly boy.
It's only because I don't know who that person is.
Kristen Bell, the actress.
No, that's the wrong one. I'm talking about something else.
Who are you talking about with Kicking K?
I'm not allowed to say because it's a surprise.
Oh, yeah, there is a secret surprise coming up for Noel. If you want to ring us, then do on... Oh, no, you can't ring us, really, because it's complicated to put for a phone call. But if you want to text us, you can. 88291. Text us, an interesting thing. Still yet, we've not had a good gay problem. Like, look, if you've got a gay problem,
it's always the same problem.
I fancy my friend. Well, I've got an idea for you. Take your trousers and pants down, take his trousers and pants down, and make each other ejaculate. All right? Here's the news. No, not really. Do what you want. It's up to you how you live your life. But there's loads of things coming up. Yeah, secret sexy surprise from Noel Gallagher. Oh, Matthew, do you know about this Irish radio presenter who's nicking our content?
I just found out about this.
Oh,
I feel violated.
I feel violated. What's he called?
Mainly because
Darcy?
he's achieved the banana thing that I couldn't achieve.
You're joking!
Something like that.
He done it. Yeah, he's called Ray Darcy. Look at the bit of paper I've just been handed. It says Ray Darcy, Irish radio thief. Ray Darcy is a 44-year-old Irish radio presenter on Today FM's popular mid-morning show. He's in a relationship with his co-host Jenny, with whom he has a child. Ugh! All up his co-host. Can you imagine that, Matt?
I can, actually.
Imagine if me and you, just for the hell of it, had a child. How would that child grow up? He'll be confused. If you found that item interesting, tune into Ray Darcy next week, where he'll be continuing that theme. Ray has a collectible doll made in his honour. Where's that? Right,
Well, hang
nick
on.
some
What
of
the
his brief.
problem is, he nicks our content and does it a
Right,
week
this
later.
is the problem. A week later, say, right, when you done your world record, may I say, failed attempt at eating bananas, he done it the next week and cracked it. He's now going to be in the Guinness Book of Records for eating 3 bananas in 2 minutes. A feat that, quite frankly, you, Morgan, should be ashamed.
Yeah, but
of
he
not
probably
easily
starved
besting.
himself for ages. He probably got the smallest bananas.
Yeah, no,
I wasn't
that's
prepared
true.
for that.
They were then bananas were the size of Liam Gallagher's thumbs. It transpires.
He was standing
Tiny.
on the shoulders of a giant, i.e. me.
To continue with the Oasis theme, he was you were very much the Paul McCartney to his Noel Gallagher in the terms of banana eating successes. And whenever I'm saying that, I'm really I look nervously at the door handle, waiting for a Noel to come buzzing. I was talking to the bloke who directed the film I done for Getting Sarah Marshall, Nick Stoller. I was going, it's really funny, Noel Gallagher's coming here, and I told him that thing of like, he just turned up here this week, it's really funny. And I heard from another one, I can hear this, you know. Just come out. Really, I didn't know he was even in the room. It's really funny. Come up. And then he was sat there wearing sunglasses, looking all confused about life. Yeah, so all right, so this bloke Ray Darcy, he's done the banana eating item. He done, your finger thing. Matt, it seems to be mostly you that he's targeting, because you know that thing about fingers last week, if you've got
yeah.
I think what you said is if the ring finger's slightly longer, like old Russ, that means you're a brilliant genius on the brink of incredible success.
A milksop.
Don't you call me a milksop. Don't you call me a milksop, Matt Morgan. I'm many things. I'm an errant child. I'm a wanderer. I'm a drifter. I'm a man with a child in his eyes. I've got too much sex drive, but don't you call me a milk... I don't know what a milksop is, but I imagine it's a very pale person whose head is constantly bowed, and they sort of drift along, and they don't even walk on the pavement. They walk along on the curb.
The prince out of Holy Grail. But
father, I don't want to marry Princess.
He had fingers like yours.
He did have fingers like mine. I remember whenever I'd watch Life of Holy Grail, I'd think, oh my God, look at those elegant fingers. And now I realise it was recognition. Right, so Ray Darcy, we got to catch up with him. So he nicked your finger item. He nicked our bloody world record attempt at eating bananas.
Does he say, something about Russell Brand, then go, they did this, but I'm going to beat them? Or
no, he doesn't, mate. He goes, out of my brilliant brain this week, here comes this novel idea. And then just goes... Thank you, Ray Darcy Radio. How do I help you? He's a crafty devil. I think, do you know what we should do?
Does he sexualise interviews?
He sexualises interviews. He had Jerry Adams on there the other week. Oh, Jerry, with that beard, I'd like to feel that coursing up and down my thighs. Oh, go on. Here, pinch the corners of your mouth and pull your lips all along. Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry, look at that. Oh, it's like the 70s. Oh, it's like 70s porno. Yeah. What? So what if I said
Darcy will get half an hour out of that, you fool.
Oh, God, what have we done? I'll tell you what we should do. We should think of items that will be offensive to Darcy's Irish listeners. Or, do you think that Ireland is coping well since they've not been under British rule? The answer is clearly no. It should still be a colony. Now, how about that? Our new item, re-extend the empire. Yeah, we'll not do that. That's not us, remember. We're saying that ironically because we think Ireland all one place. Now, what else is... Yeah, so... Ray Darcy, we've got to find out what's going on with him. If anyone else has got any more information on Ray Darcy, text us at that number I said before, I can't remember it now, or email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Kristen Bell, co-star of mine in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and what is she in? Veronica Mars, which is a big TV show. She's coming on the show later. She's nice. Be nice to talk to her. And what else is going to happen, Matt? Have you got an item?
No, but I can make one up.
All right, well, you have a little think about that now. Noel Gallagher's going to come in here any minute after me and Matt have established a bit of rapport. Have you missed me, Matt?
Yes.
Why the pause?
Because the pain, you know. I don't want to be too honest about the pain.
I've got an email here. It's entitled simply Matt's Fame, but then also it's got in an aluminous pen, spare material. Like this is only to be turned to in a desperate situation.
I received that email. It was... glorious.
Spare material this is. Hi everyone, says Gary, or Gary, aka Matt, or possibly Bob and Sue Morgan. Hi everyone, something odd occurred this week. On Wednesday night I saw Led Zeppelin lead singer Robert Plant in Camden Cinema. Naturally I texted everyone I knew because he's a hero. 10 minutes later I went to the pub and I saw Matt Morgan. Yet again I texted a lot of people to tell them. But strangely I got a lot more text saying wow Matt Morgan than I did for the Robert Plant text. Actually one said that's amazing. Matt Morgan, who's Robert Plant? What about that, Matt?
Well,
In a way,
it's always been going that way, hasn't it?
you've
Old plant pot
overtaken-
can't go on forever.
Plant pot he's yesterday's news. He's an anomaly. He's an anachronism. No one
His
needs him
face
no
has gone
more.
all big.
He's a great big bearded face, and he won Beard of the Year,
He hasn't
triumphing
got a beard.
against
Oh,
me.
yeah, he has actually.
Yeah, it's that exactly right.
Beard
You're
of
not
the
even
Year?
Beard of the Year.
You
the
weren't in
coveted. I was, mate. I come third. Behind old Beadle.
Did you not
Luckily,
get
I get
your,
to keep his prize. I've donated it. I've donated it to a fund.
Beadle wasn't in that, was he?
Beadle's. Listen,
His
if you-
beard was
Matt,
ones you
How
pull off.
can you
Sergeant
begrudge
Beadle?
Beadle second in Beard of the Year the day after he's died? What's wrong with you? Who's going to be next? What's next? You don't want Heath Ledger to be recognised for what he done in Brokeback Mountain? Is that your next campaign, is it?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm right behind you.
You still got a beard?
Of course I've got a beard. Say day is night, say black is white. Don't you ever say I ain't got a beard. You should see me. I look
I
like
bet you've had Botox. I bet you've been tottering around that town.
I can barely speak. I've crippled myself with all this surgery. I've got a gorgeous set of knockers.
I bet your beard
don't
goes
even
up
leave
over
the
your
house.
nose now. You've had so many facelifts.
I look like I'm constantly gurning. I'm a ridiculous spectacle. I can't see a thing. My forehead's
What have you been
frozen.
up to then? Have you had any sort of wacky medical things?
No wacky medical things. Here's the thing. I got this driver, right? He called... what's his name?
Don't try
He
and
called...
Make
Les.
yourself sound down with the people. I got this driver. He called, trying to be
Hold
all
up a
urban
second.
about it.
I
You've
got
got a
some-
driver.
What are you attacking me for having a driver for? I
poor
can't drive,
man.
Matt.
That
In an
poor
attempt...
man.
Look, Matt, I'm not so desperate to fit in with people that I'll risk being arrested for being in charge of a car without a licence. I've got a driver because I happen to be over here working my hardest so that your children don't grow up in disgusting poverty. All right? So bear that in
Those
mind
are
when you're
our
listening.
children.
Our children. But I hope you're listening to this, Ray Darcy. This is all gold. All gold. This, have that, mate. You can have that,
What
Darcy.
are you allowed to do with the driver? What can you like make him wait somewhere for ages?
What do you mean I don't get off with him or anything? I don't give him a reach round. I don't say, pretend that's the gear stick. I know this car's automatic, but you're really missing out. Grip the bulb! And now into reverse. You know, you just get him...
time, isn't it? Really, though.
You can get him to drive you about a bit. Like, where me, like, I get a bit of time off sometimes. I go to him, less. But you're not allowed to... What annoys me a bit,
Les?
mate? No, less. You're not allowed to go less. The s must be unvoiced. You can't use a z like a b. Guess what? I'm like, oh,
What
God,
are
I
you
shouldn't
talking
tell you.
about? You've got a driver
saying-
called Les. It's not very
No,
LA.
less. As in less is more.
Oh, right.
You can't call
Is
him
that his
Les,
slogan?
as in lesbian. That's the slogan.
It says that down the side of his car.
It does.
Hey,
really.
baby!
Less is more. Hop in. We don't need a gear stick. You provide that yourself. Boop, boop, pee-doo. That's how his horn goes. Boop, boop, pee-doo, in the car. I was driving along with Les. He's a big fella. He's from North London, actually. He's English, but he's been over here all his life, so he talks like an American. He's black. He got a skinhead. He's big, tall, probably 6'9" or something. Nice company. He supports Tottenham Hotspur. I like him. He was driving us around one time. And we were up at the traffic lights, right? Me and Sharon's in the back of the car, and we looked over at this other car, and there's this bloke, right? Like a black geezer. He looked like he looked a bit intimidating. He was lighting up this fag, right? I goes, oh, look at that bloke there. Look at him lighting up his fag. And Les goes, yeah, I know him. His name is Eldritch. And I went, oh, you know him, do ya? So I thought, be friendly. So I leaned out the car, and I went, oh, we're at traffic lights. Oh, Eldritch, like that. And then the car started moving, and he was looking over at me, was Eldritch, as if he didn't like me very much, and that he was angry that I was talking at him. I'll go, oh, Eldritch, look, it's Les. It's Les, look, Eldritch, Les. And then Les goes, he don't know me, though. He's a basketball player. Eldritch was a famous celebrity or something. I goes, Les! And then I had to sort of like try and buffet the situation. I goes, oh, hello. And it's like in a different car. Oh, sorry, Eldritch, Les there. So, and then thankfully Les like arranged it so that the two front seats were like parallel to each other. And he goes, oh, hey, how's it going? And then they sort of had a little bit of a chat, did quite a lot of swearing, and I was sort of just sat there with the window down, and I had to sort of just look away. It was very, very awkward.
You created that situation yourself.
Yeah,
Why
but
did you
hold on,
need to go, Eldritch?
Oh,
What did they talk about?
Ostrich, I love you! Well, he goes, you still playing ball? Well, Les asked Eldridge, you still playing ball? But it was weird that he asked that, because he'd already said, like when he goes, he used to be a basketball player, so he'd already knew that he wasn't playing ball. But to keep the conversation going, he goes, you still playing ball? And Eldridge goes, no, I'm doing a bunch of TV. And then he swore quite a lot, and S-H-I-T, like that, I'm doing a bunch of TV. Then we came a traffic light, so we were stuck there, stationary for ages. Then my mum telephoned, and I just had to be on the phone to my mum, sat there while them two was swearing. It's ever so awkward.
Long in that town like that.
Matthew. Why? What do you mean? How could I play that any different?
Shouting at Eldritch, which is a brilliant name, actually. That
Eldritch is a nice
our
name.
first son.
We'll call our first boy Eldritch. Ray, don't try and get in there first. You'll call your new son Ian Paisley. That's a brilliant idea for your new son. Little Ian Paisley. My new son. Is Ian Paisley ill at the moment? If he is, hello, have some love. Right, so, yeah, Kristen Bell coming up later. Noel Gallagher will be coming in here in a minute. So, just to remind Noel Gallagher so that he can defend himself, what are some of the offensive things we've said to him? Well, you can remember that in his own mind. We don't have to do recaps for Noel. Send us your text messages, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Coming up later, Matt's item. Coming up later, gay. What other things we got coming up later, Matthew?
Why are you playing Aerosmith, that awful song?
Because I heard it and it made me feel so romantic I nearly cried.
That is a lie. I know you too well. There's some other little reason, some stupid woman that you've got hooked up with asked you to play it. Tell me the truth.
No, honestly, it's not. No one's asked me to play it. I did hear it on the radio, but there is a weird thing that you have correctly sensed, which I don't think I can say on the radio.
Say it.
I'll tell you after. You've already ruined my relationship with Beatty Von Teese with your idiot plans.
Who are you trying to get next to? Steven Tyler?
You are not
Liv
going to
Tyler,
come between
right,
me
Liv
and
Tyler.
Steve. I
Liv
don't want to
Tyler.
Liv, don't listen to him. I don't want to close my eyes, Liv. I don't want to fall asleep, Liv, because I miss ya. And I don't want to miss you no more.
What have you been up to?
Look,
Tell me the truth, come on, because I know that's just weird. I knew that something was up when that was in the playlist. Just put there in the playlist.
Just put there in the playlist. Well, just put that in the playlist.
This whole thing would never ever normally play.
Oh, don't worry about that. There certainly isn't a grim anecdote that's deeply revealing behind that. Look, you just don't worry about that. That we'll tell you that another day.
No, we got. Come on, mate.
No, Matthew, I'll tell you in a minute.
You'll
when
feel
I tell
better
you
when it's off your chest.
Oh, yeah. I feel better. Do you know what else I feel better about? That Marilyn Manson's coming on the show next week, and it's been all over the papers that I've been trying to have a go on his missus. That's made me feel fantastic.
Don't worry, he's right pervert. He'll love it.
Of course he will. He'll probably come here with his cricket box knob, start rubbing that up and down my leg like a little greyhound, all slobbering.
Is he coming into the studio?
Yeah, he's going to come in here.
I'd like to meet him.
Well, come America. People tell you come America. What if he does devil worship on me? What then, eh?
He's a very intelligent man.
What if he does a Columbine? He might do a Columbine!
No, don't say that. He's really annoyed that you get blamed for that.
Don't ever blame him for Columbine. And I'm very sorry. I'll try and marry your wife. I love you. Russell Brand Films. How do I help you? So, okay.
So I'm really interested to know the story behind Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yeah, alright, I'll tell you, but you make sure you shut up. Now then.
What do you mean?
Don't say what I tell you on the radio, because it's going to make me look bad. Right, now come on.
No, come on, let's tell a sort of sanitised version of it, and I'll agree to help you lie and cover details. Let's work it out in the Sex Pistols.
Alright, no, not Sex Pistols, Max and Quay, tricky, that one about a letter from the government the other day, because I'm feeling quite revolutionary
Cold
again,
Steel,
as it turns
Black
out.
Steel, is it?
I can't remember,
We
it
haven't
used to be
got
a
it.
Public Enemy, didn't it?
Yeah.
What?
I got a letter, yeah, I remember it, yeah.
Got a letter from the government the other day, I
opened it,
read it.
It said they were suckers.
You want to hear me on the soundtrack of this film? I've got 2 records on the soundtrack of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and one
I've
thing's for
heard them,
sure.
I've seen the film.
Yeah, well, ain't I good?
Daft.
Oh, no, nice. Oh,
Headline, Daft.
What? My records are going to be smash hits, then you'll be sorry.
Yeah. Wait, what about Elvis, If I Can Dream? If I can dream.
What do you sing? That opera singer confirmed last week that you should never do that again. Look, Johnny Lee Miller wants us to play Carly Simon, Nobody Does It Better, so we should maybe do that.
What? This
standard
of this show is falling.
Alright, do...
Carly Simon, Aerosmith.
Listen, why don't we make
Not
our
even
show
old
really bad?
Aerosmith when it
I've
was
got
good.
an idea. I've got an idea. Let's make our show really bad so Ray Darcy is driven out of business. We're all right. We're going into movies. Who cares? We'll run it into the ground like how they do with a business to ruin the share prices. I think I've seen that in a film one day. Probably that's what that insider trading thing was about that you were so confused by because you're such a thickie, even though you went to a grammar school. Now, listen, I'm not jealous about
Can we
family
fade him
11
down,
plus.
please? He's
Don't. Hold on.
sickening.
I've got a point to make. Go out into the streets. Revolt, revolt. Look, why don't we play Tell the King by the Libertines?
Because we play it every day.
No, we don't. We've not played it for ages, and we don't even have a radio show every day.
Is it in the
Unless
list?
that was
Are
a
you
plan
just
to
saying
trick
that?
Ray Darcy.
You-
Ray Darcy. Play Libertines every day.
It makes it so difficult. When you just say something off the top of your head, we have to search for it.
No, but it's on the list. It's on the list,
Oh, it's
isn't
on
it,
the
Nick?
list. Okay, well, let me find
Right,
it.
so we can play the Libertines. Hold
Right,
on,
it's
there's
there.
other points I've got to make. Yeah, Noel Gallagher's going to be coming in a minute. That's going to be all nice. Oh, sure, I was making an important point about something that I can't remember anymore.
No, we were playing a song, but you're now doing a list. that no one needs to hear.
No, list.
Then we
don't
do
list
that, and then I've got to get some more water, and then I've got to tell the truth about Aerosmith. Oh no!
I gotta tell the truth, tell the old bloody old truth. Send us, like, if you've got inquiries about your gayness, then you can send those inquiries. Any good anecdotes, not rubbish ones or racist ones, we're not interested in them. Send them to russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. If you want to bring Matt Morgan back down to earth after his boastful and arrogant made-up emails that I've humoured him by reading out, then you can text us on 82... What is it? 88291.
Oh, he's
88291.
changed, hasn't he?
What do you mean? What?
88 to 91.
88 tonight. Yeah, but I could never remember that. I find that confusing way of wording things. Right, and there's lots of interesting things coming up in this programme. Don't go away, unless you're Ray Darcy. Go out into your garden and think of some ideas for content on your own, you lay about. So, yeah, coming up now, it's the Libertines. Tell the King. That was the Libertines, Tell the King. Ah, those were the days. Dear old Pete and Cole. Nice, that. I like the general... I don't know, sentiment of the song. Now, who's this in here with me? Why, it's Noel. You alright, Noel?
Horrific.
Why, what's the matter? Why are you so unwell?
Drinking.
Drinking, right. Lesson to you all there.
Last night.
Yeah, drinking. Don't drink. It's bad for people, isn't it?
No, it's brilliant, but
All
if
right,
you have
fair
too much of it, you feel a bit rough in the morning.
Makes you all
don't
queasy. Look at you. You're looking all pink. What are you looking at me like that for, Noel?
Because what has Sharon dressed you up as today?
Actually, Sharon's gone away for the weekend.
Well,
Right,
you,
what's the problem?
well, you can't tell, could you?
I'm wearing what can only be described,
You're
Matt.
wearing. Oh, not Matt. He's wearing a dress
Yeah.
and a waistcoat, and he's got some cheapo kind of hippie kind of beads and
These are
silk,
designed.
Russell.
silver
Designer.
stuff on.
Designer, they are.
He's barefoot and skinny black jeans. He
Pretty
looks-
much like a hippie prince, I suppose you could say I am. Yeah, pretty much a hippie prince looking for a hippie princess. But, you know, maybe one day, who knows. So, hey, listen, right?
Well, you got the princess's dress on anyway.
Hey, this is a...
Been
what
in the
they
dressing
wear.
up box.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He won't travel without one.
I'm an astronaut. I'm an astronaut. I've been an astronaut, girl. Look, I'm wearing, like, you know, I've got it in Morocco. This just a long schmock thing. I look sexy in this, and a lot of people round here in Los Angeles think that I'm a right idiot.
Why do you think it's
Yeah.
schmock instead of smock?
Yeah, why do you always say things that don't make sense?
Because he's getting
Well-
into the movies and it's mock, schmock now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old movies is going very well.
Ah.
Matt, you want to come over here and get involved in these movies? We've got some brilliant new ideas. I talked to you about that over the show, though, as it's a boring administrative chat. Now, G's doing well, though, isn't he? G, are we allowed to talk about your new thing?
Yeah.
Right, G's got a new radio show showing how investigating how different artists have been
Hold a sec, hold a
influenced by poets. Oh, look, here he comes. He's blundering over to a microphone.
He's
Is
coming
that what
onto
it
a
is?
microphone. I've got some...
headphones.
Mr. G,
I'll come
poet
back.
laureate of the show. He ain't even got a pair of headphones. Matt, we'll take care of this.
There
We
he
can't
is,
trust
there
G.
he
I
is.
just
God, it's all crazy here, man.
Of course it's crazy. It's a Russell Brand show. 9 to 11, Radio 2, 88
We're
to
sharing
91 FM.
me and Matt are sharing a microphone. And Matt's doodling away. No, I'm doing a West
Doodling?
End show.
You're
Like
doing
Rolf Harris.
Yeah, doing a West End show. It's a dance show called Into the Hoods.
All right, so you're doing a West End show. A dance show, did you say, G?
Yeah,
you
so
in a
the-
pair of leggings? You're too proud. You look ridiculous.
Actually, I'm the front end of a horse. No, right? It's a fairy tale that's set in Hackney.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. I've lived in Hackney.
It sounds utterly unbelievable already.
It does, doesn't it? There would not be fairies there, and
No,
if they were, they
not
wouldn't
in
last
Hackney.
long.
No.
Not in
Hackney's changed since you left, Russell.
Everything's changed since you left Russell.
Yeah, Camden's burnt down, Hackney's full of fairies. It's only been here 10 minutes, we're coming back in a couple of weeks. We'll straighten things right out, let me tell you.
When
But
are you
G,
coming
I've-
back?
20th of March, coming back for a little bit. Coming back for a week. sort out some
Stalkers, get
admin.
to the airport.
Come on, Stalky, Stalky! I like being a bit stalked. It cheers me up, makes me feel wanted.
Oh, you got recognised the other day, didn't you? You were kind of...
Yeah, what I've done was I found out where English people hang out and just stood there.
Yeah, I said to him before, Mark, you got to recognise the other day, he punched the air.
Did he?
Yeah, like, you know, when Stuart Pearson used to score for Man United.
Yes! What I've done was...
Russell, you've been over there too long.
There's a cat. There's a cat. Okay, man. Yeah, I'm a Scientologist now.
Humana, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did. I've been high-fiving my way around this town. There's a certain category of women that I call no YouTube required. They are my favourite category.
Slags is another one to go.
Hey, don't you criticise my gorgeous slags.
You know what I'm talking about, G.
Escorts.
Oi, them slags have been like mothers to me. They've looked after me when times are hard and friends with you. They're the Sisters of Mercy, in the words of Leonard Cohen. Now, okay, no, but I want to know, G, aren't you doing a little Radio 2, not little, a Radio 2 show?
Yeah, that's in the box. We're talking about that.
I think it's happening. I think we've pushed it through with pressure, and if we announce it on air, then the station will be under
it definitely has to happen. All right. Well, Mr. G is taking over Radio 2 in its entirety, and putting together.
I don't think that's going to happen with your fairies in acne style work. It's going to be awful.
I'm doing a heavy metal show now as well.
What?
Yeah.
What, your own show?
He won't be allowed to his own show. Look at him. Right. Oh, did you hear him when he thought he was going to have to do one link on this show? He went into meltdown.
He would have crumbled.
Of course he would have.
No,
he was like Rain Man. Oh God, I've got to do a show on my own. Oh, it's definitely news coming up. Definitely weather. Definitely going to play another track.
So you're going to try and front a heavy metal radio show, Matt?
No, I just said that because Russell just said if we say something on air, we'll get it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you might as well wade in with something, Noel. You know,
right?
What are you going to do?
What for Radio 2?
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened to you?
I do my own radio show on the history of swearing.
You know the history of swearing with Noel Gallagher.
Yes, indeed.
That'd be a nice show. Noel, you know that thing you kept going on and on about? What was it? havingitlarge.com.
Havingitwriteoff.com.
Havingitwriteoff.com.
Yeah.
Someone started that now.
Have they?
That exists because of your stupid childish behaviour. Havingitwriteoff.com. Where is the email that describes that, please?
Yeah, but we all know that that's my idea. I'm sure. Have we got a tape of last week's show?
Noel, I have invented this great site. Here is, and there's an image here of the site. Noel, I'd like you to have a look at that. Someone has taken a still from the film Forgetting Sarah Marshall of me inside Kristen Bell coming up later on the show, and they've superimposed Noel Gallagher's face, so it looks like I'm right in old Noel. And he's got a lovely grin on his face, such as one might imagine he'd have if I was penetrating him. Nice, eh? That's what Having It Large. So go to havingitlarge.com and have a look at. You can have a look at that now.
It's havingitwriteoff.com.
Sorry, it's not a very catchy name. Badly named.
What does that mean, though? Like, you can have it off, but if you have it right off, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Well, you know, like when you're out on a night out, you're just having it right off, aren't you? You know, until 7 o'clock in the morning, just having it right, like Russell used to do.
Well, now you've got a dreadful headache, so perhaps, you know, having it right off isn't...
Have I? Well, you've got a dreadful fashion sense.
I happen to look like the living embodiment of 60s spirit, babe.
I'm on
With a driver.
What's your excuse?
My excuse is I look very nice and handsome.
Well, you do look handsome anyway, but why wouldn't you with all the nice food you've eaten? You haven't done a day's work for the last 5 years, have you?
Oh, yeah? Do you think all them ridiculous stand-up shows write themselves?
But they are
Matt does it.
But they are ridiculous.
He's exhausted.
I know Matt does it.
He doesn't write the stand-up. That's stuff that has to happen to me before
No,
it
he
seems
just
real.
writes the real funny lines that you're famous for, like the Bob Geldof line. Did Matt write that?
No, actually, I thought that,
actually,
didn't I?
he wrote that.
Yeah, see?
Matt, come
People do
on.
forget that I'm a brilliant genius.
No, I'm contractually obliged to say that.
Quite a few people do forget, don't they?
Oi! No one forgets that, actually. Everyone's constantly aware of it. Now, come on, let's get on with our radio show. No, right, let's do it.
Aerosmith, you never explained that, did you?
Well, I fell in love. You know how I fall in love. It's not real. It's only feelings, isn't it? It'll all pass. Anyway, when you fall in love with an individual person, that's just the love you feel.
But you don't want that
for...
as the soundtrack. That means the love's all cheesy and horrible.
I like cheesy love. Come on, let's get into it. That's played at a lot of weddings. Like,
I know you do. I remember a story you once
cheesy
told me.
love. Look at my duvet. Look at my cover. Cheesy love. Look, what's wrong with that song? I think it's very uplifting and
They were
very
all right in like
romantic.
the 70s, but that song's horrible.
No, but what I like is that sentiment. I don't want to close my eyes, I don't want to fall asleep because I'm all looking at you. And I remember that feeling. Actually, it was a mirror I was looking at. But nonetheless, I still was very reluctant to nod off. I thought, look at this guy. How can I doze off and leave him? Look at you. You're fighting against the odds. You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, but you're still going strong. That's me.
Good boy.
Hey, listen, we got our Jingle Race War coming up. In fact, it's happening right now. It's a Jingle Race War. Yeah, let's do it now, Matt, shall we? Right, Noel, you know about this competition. Listeners say, well, not a competition, it's a race war. Because we're not allowed competitions on the BBC, so...
No, because you're all fiddling monkeys, aren't you?
We're all on the fiddle! We're all on the snide! We're all on the ponce! We're having a little nonce! We're here at the BBC!
Did you just rhyme ponce with nonce?
Yeah, what else are you going to rhyme it with?
Once.
Fingers in the till, give myself a thrill. Down at the BBC, we've got your licence fee. We spend it all on drugs. We're having it right off at .com. No, we don't. I love the BBC. It's a gorgeous organisation, and it's just because it's got vaguely socialist, state-run tendencies that people like bloody old Rupert Murdoch coat it off in the sun, and it's got to stop. Time now for our Jingle Race War. So let's have a listen to some. Right, these. Oh look, there's a jingle for the Jingle Race War from Stephen Burton. That's jingle number 51. Let's have a listen to that. Noel's a semi-professional musician. His opinion will almost count. Let's have a.
What was it? 51.
51. This is from Stephen Burton. It's a jingle for the race war. Matthew, have you found it, dear?
Well, it's not playing.
Look at him, all confused. Can you imagine? This is the Matt Morgan heavy metal show. Oh, it's not playing, but I don't like their jackets. I don't like their hairdos.
Okay.
I worship the devil, but I can't press these buttons. What a soppy little sausage. Have you found it yet, Matthew?
Yeah, there's a bit of a problem. Keep filling. No, actually, it's done now.
I'm not filling, mate. This is gold.
I'll tell you
Ray
one
Darcy
Here
will
we
cut
go,
his
come
knob
on.
off for this gear. Go on.
Jingle.
Race War!
This is good.
Race War!
Oh, I like it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I had the ending as well. That's good. It's catchy. It's short. Stephen Burton, well done.
I didn't mind that. That's good. That one.
Right, hold on. So let's
have it
actually
again?
play. Let's have it again, and then I'll reintroduce the item. Jingle Race War. Okay, go on, Matt.
Jingle.
Race War!
Jingle.
Race War!
Hello, I'm Russell Brand. It's time now for Jingle Race War. Special guest this week is Noel Gallagher. Hello, Noel.
Hello, Russell.
So, what do you think of that jingle?
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
It's alright, wasn't it? It's catchy. It was short. It was quite tight.
Yeah.
We've got some other entries here. Here's one. I
Why are you
think.
laughing at the word tight?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just see those two sniggering back in London when you said.
Why are you sniggering at the word tight?
Catchy and tight. Well,
I don't know why
we
we're
all know
sniggering.
why,
I
don't
don't
we?
think it was that.
What's wrong with you boys? What's happened to Matt and G since we've been here, Noel?
I don't know.
I've tell you, a right couple of pansies, haven't they? Sniggering away, the pair of them.
I wouldn't like to cast aspersions on G
Jeez.
because I don't know him that well. But
Well, he's in a
Matt, of
pantomime.
course, is a
That's all you need to know. He's gone into a pantomime about fairies in Hackney. Matt, we all know, was just forever on the precipice of homosexuality. Asked me about every 2 hours, do you reckon you ever will do anything gay, Russ? Do you reckon you ever will do anything gay, Russ? Do you reckon you ever will do anything gay, Russ? It's like a stuck record. It really is. It's embarrassing for me, Noel, because as you know, I'm a heterosexual man. Okay, so...
A heterosexual man in love with Steven Tyler.
Hey! Me and Steve, that beautiful goat-faced goblin. You had me out of the... I don't want to close my eyes. I just want to look at your little fin head. That's all I want to do. Okay, time now for another bloody thing. Another jingle race war. Which one should we listen to, Matt? Have you got the list in front of you? Yeah, let
Let's
Noel
have a
pick
look
one.
once about me.
There ain't one about you yourself.
What Nan
obsessed
say,
lunatic.
apparently good.
let's go for-
1661.
Let's go for the person with the most ridiculous name.
Noel's looking for the most. Let's let Noel pick.
Listen,
Keeps him
There's
busy.
The Tiffany Maddox is quite ridiculous.
All right,
As
Tiffany.
is what did you say that? Xander Hamiltoff. 55.
Laugh at people's
That's a
lives and
ridiculous name. Aha, Gilbert Short.
Who do you want?
Brilliant.
Who do you want? Do you want Gilbert Short? He's so happy. You should see
Aaron
his little
Gilbert
face.
Short.
How does he write
Oh,
songs?
dear.
Look at his brain. Just laughing at
Gilbert
words.
Get
Short.
on, yeah, Gilbert Short.
All right, Gilbert Short. This is his jingle. Everyone does a weird little thing at the end. Why is that?
Because I don't know, they're idiots. I don't know. They haven't got a life. I
They're
don't know.
idiots there. Put simply there. Noel Gallagher there. The spokesman for a generation, condemning people as all idiots. That's what he thinks of them. Did you like that one, Matthew?
Yeah, it was alright.
It's a bit weird, bit 80s, wasn't it? A bit.
I'm not having that.
I don't know.
That coupled with the name Short.
Didn't have much punch to it.
Not for me, no.
All right, so
not
here.
for me.
What was the other one you were laughing at?
Xander. I was said
Xander Hamilton.
Xander Hamilton. Yeah.
Xander Hamilton is just a general jingle for the show. Let's have a listen to that.
It's an 80s disco vibe going on today.
Very much.
Sounds like
80s.
the editors.
Don't have a go at them now, 'cause we might meet them one day.
Sounds like the editors.
Well, so that's it. You're not offering an opinion.
Just saying.
Sounds like the editors.
Sounds like editors. There you go.
What's with the weird things at the end?
They say they're all trying to be funny because this is a humorous radio show.
Of course it is.
They're
Well,
all trying to make old Russ laugh.
Well, they've really. I will say
really,
this.
all they should do is just write their names on a piece of paper.
Send that in, that'll do. Oh dear, that'll amuse you for days, wouldn't it? I bet you had a laugh naming your baby. What did he end up with again? Jason Donovan.
Donovan,
lovely name for your little lovely baby. I'm only mucking around. Right, okay, shall we
Let's
listen
have
to
a
another
Nan's
thing?
one. Can we have a Nan one? Number
Yeah,
60.
but all right, but the Nan... all right, we'll listen to it, Matt, but don't you think that the Nan item has lost momentum a little bit?
Yeah, but come on.
Still do a jingle, can't we?
They're funny because they used our voices.
Oh, all right, well, that's good. Which one are you playing, mate?
Number 60.
Douglas Ross.
Well, he's done
Douglas
two.
Ross. He's done two. Well, let's play the first of Douglas Ross's jingles.
That's sweet and gentle through and through, but also just a little bit racist too.
That's nice.
Sweet and gentle.
That's worth... Right, send us your
I
anecdotes.
like that. That's good, man. Because
Lovely.
actually sounded. Was that you and Matt?
No. Oh, was it?
No, it
sounded
wasn't,
like,
no.
It sounded like you pair of idiots.
Right, should
Okay.
we listen to his other one?
Yeah, let's listen to another one of him. He's got talent, this guy.
Everybody loves to see their nan, just don't tell her you're a lesbian.
He's good. He's good, old Douglas.
He's good.
He's good. He's got something. I like his vibe. Douglas Ross there.
And his name's all right. Douglas Ross. that's
Nothing
all right.
weird about his name.
No.
That's all okay, isn't it?
Yeah, no X's in there or.
Right, so in a way, we've found some good ones. Okay, so let's keep hold of those jingles, because we've now found a jingle for the Jingle Race War itself from the lovely Stephen Burton, and we'll think of some more anecdotes because of Douglas Ross. So if you've got a good anecdote about Nan or any old person, it can be a bit racist, not too racist.
I've got an anecdote about an old person.
Oh, hold on, play a jingle. Now for our item, that was the Jingle Race War, that item's done now. Time now for our item, nanecdote. Go on, do a jingle. No, we've got to do the jingle.
Gentle through and through, but also just a little bit racist too.
This week, Noel Gallagher do one.
I was in a car the other night going back to our hotel, and the driver kind of looked at me and he said, "Do I recognise you?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, do you?" And he said, "Are you Paul McCartney?" Right? And I was like, "He's 65."
No, this is your dream.
He's 65. Initially, I was kind of like, well, I mean, there's an aura about, one of the big... And then I thought, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
He's 25 years older than I am.
25 years old.
I look all right, me for my age, I think.
Stop
Wrinkly
drinking,
rocker.
Noel. Stop drinking.
What did you say?
What? Oh, nothing.
Wrinkly rocker. No, liga, wrinkly rocker.
Let's have a wrinkly
wrinkly
rocker
rocker.
jingle.
Yeah, wrinkly rocker Noel Gallagher. Let's get him his own jingle. He's a wrinkly rocker, he likes to swear, and look at the daft way he wears his hair. It's wrinkly rocker Noel Gallagher. Is it Paul McCartney? Is it Jimmy Page? No, it's Noel Gallagher. They look the same age. Yes, Mike, Russell Brand. There can be only one. There can be only one.
That's how you do it, G.
Yeah, what about that? Knock out them, mate.
Yeah.
Poetry, Poet Laureate of the show, Mr. G, will be summarising this show at the end. Before then, we'll be seeing the fantastic Kristen Bell. But now it's time for our item, Grumpy Old Noel. Some things that Noel has said. Are we calling it that? That's Nick Phillips, our producer, the vicar's son, living in guilt, still insomniac. How much sleep did you get last night, Nick Phillips? About 3 hours. Why do you think that was? Because you've let your family down. You've not gone into the clergy, have you? This is definitely not the clergy. There's no way this could ever be religion. Do you know what I think? That Christianity is a bloody waste of time. And I'd like to use this radio show to say that all vicars are lying to the people. Nick, your views?
Russell.
Don't want to fall asleep, don't want to close my eyes, cause I've let my dad down, but not going into the clergy.
Did your dad want you to be a priest?
His dad,
Oh, was he just making that up? Right.
his dad is a vicar, though.
Did he want you to be a nun?
He'd do a good
Probably.
job. He'd be good at being a nun, because they used to be prostitutes, apparently, in the good old days. What a turnaround. Imagine
What
that.
nuns did?
They did, that's what their nunnery started for, prostitutes. So
That's
imagine
not
you...
true. What, to
Imagine
turn
you
them
got
round,
a
you
time
mean?
machine. Hold on, it's true.
Where
Imagine-
have you read that?
you know something you get told when you're a kid, then you never question it, and then you wait till you're an adult, and then you just say on the radio show, it's that.
Right.
Right? So, like,
See
imagine...
them nuns, they're prostitutes. Oh, yeah.
That's what, if you ever
What do you
see one,
mean
just
they
grab
were
her ass.
reformed
Pop a fiver down her
prostitute?
bra. What? What are you
Do
saying,
you mean
Matthew?
no, like prostitutes who are being reformed by the church?
No, that's why they kept them in nunneries, so you could go in there and have a go on them.
You
Honestly, Google it.
disgust me.
I don't, mate. I didn't
Have a
invent
go
it.
on them.
Hey, don't hate the player. Don't hate the player. Hate the game, Matt. That's what we say out here in Los Angeles. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. I'm just bringing the news, mate. That's all I am. I'm just breaking down boundaries. Yeah. So nunneries in the old days, you could get loads of sex, but if
How
you go
did
in
that
there
then
now,
change into them being the opposite of prostitutes?
exactly switcheroo. They pulled a
Russell.
Tennessee switcheroo. And what about if you were there the very day that change was pouring?
Imagine you were halfway
okay,
through.
girls, I'm stiff as a balls. Get you laughing. How dare you? Take your hands off Sister Mary's bottom. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Very good. Move for Mary. Very good. Crossing themselves and drinking down holy water.
Why do they have to be Irish?
Well, I just was being racist, I suppose, Noel.
Oh, good, okay, just we cleared that up.
Ray Darcy, that could be one of get your laughing gear around that, Ray. Start coughing up that.
Let's
Did you
reform
know?
a prostitute as part of the show.
No, let's get a nun and make her a prostitute. Come on! Work with me, Matt. Work with me.
Whichever.
What do you mean reform a prostitute? What, like it's Pretty Woman or something? What do you mean?
Yeah, we tried to once, didn't we?
How? When? What happened?
I'm
Don't
missing
you
that
remember? We
costume.
filmed the...
Oh yeah, we did try and reform a prostitute, but then foolishly I took heroin with her and sent a lot of mixed messages. Yeah, me and Matt stayed with this family of the woman was a
family of
prostitute.
prostitutes. They weren't
We're a
of prostitutes.
family of prostitutes. Give her 50p.
You and Matt stayed with what? Some family took you in.
Yeah, well, look, we was apprentices, basically.
Oh, you stayed in a
We
hotel.
were trying to make the grade. No, we stayed in a hotel around the corner. We met this woman as a prostitute through... I can't remember how we met her. It was confusing.
Oh, was it? You just phoned the number that was inside the telephone box on one of the cards.
Yes,
yeah, you did.
that
Right,
is
there you go.
exactly what happened, actually.
That's usually how it comes about, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how, but somehow, I think it was kismet. We were meant to meet each other. I phoned this number on a phone box. Suddenly, I was in a prostitute's house.
She was.
Unbelievable, really. And then I gave her £50, and you'll never guess what happened next. No, it was what can only be described as a sex act.
No, what happened was, and it happened a lot in the past, and oh, by the way, Russell, you've got to say drugs are bad, because you...
Drugs are bad, drugs are bad.
What
Don't
used to
take
happen in the
drugs,
past
you
is
idiots.
if he went to see a prostitute and then didn't fancy her, he'd go, I'm making a documentary. Which happened on more than one occasion. Hello. Oh, I'm glad I'm in here now with you.
And that you're so very, very fat because I'm making a documentary about fat, ugly prostitutes
who I'm scared
starring
of.
you. You're the new star of a hit documentary called I've Got to Get Down Them Stairs Sharpish.
Here's my
Yeah,
card. Well, you don't need it. I'll just be outside.
Let's just
give us
tear
a
that
ring.
up. There's a really funny one.
What were you doing while all this was going on, mate? We were just kind of just
He once
shaking your head
dragged me
and
in. I
looking
had,
at the floor.
I had to sit there and watch. I don't know what I was watching. I think it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It was sat next to a
I'd rather be a
prostitute.
millionaire than sat with this prostitute while Russell Brand
I was like his
lies.
simple little sidekick, sat there waiting for him. And then he came running down the stairs. And went, I don't want to do it. I can't do it.
She was
and
terrifying,
the woman
that one.
chased him and went, he's making a documentary. Then we had to run off.
They made a phone call. Right, the Albanians are coming. Well, that's when me and Matt had to dart off. Matt said, it was really funny, Matt said, like, I was the madam of the brothel. I come downstairs, I goes, yeah, get me a nice one, come on. And she sent me upstairs. I opened the door, and lo and behold, suddenly...
Pat Butcher was there.
Suddenly I'm Nick Broomfield. I'm just making a documentary about Pat Butcher-style prostitutes. And then I come running down the stairs. The prostitute come lumbering down like a barrel on legs. And and like, I was on the floor begging the madam. I goes, have you got any other ones?
Ridiculous.
And the one you were sat next to, Matt, was much nicer. She looked like a nice dental
I
assistant.
know, we
Do
were
you
watching
remember
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, phone a friend, then you came back.
her? You're having a lovely time.
You didn't need to roll around on the floor.
That was
Because
dramatic.
that undermined the whole documentary line.
Yeah, most documentary makers won't squirrel about on the ground at the
We
first
go
sign
out
of a
now.
problem.
Please let us go out now.
And now, David Attenborough squirming on the ground because of a mishap in a brothel. Yeah, no, Matt said that when that prostitute came... You're a prostitute! I love you! When the prostitute came down the stairs, it was a lovely woman. We shouldn't call them prostitutes. That's bad and negative. They're women. They've got to work. People have got to earn money. But anyway, she was
Just
looking
called
at me...
nuns prostitutes.
Yeah, they were slags. I hope your dad's getting all this, Nick Phillips. This is for you, Reverend.
You're not a reverend.
Yeah, his dad's a reverend. That's why I'm winding him up with all this, Noel. Go, tune in, mate, you big dopehead. Drugs are
Sorry.
bad. And so, guess what, right? So I was on the floor all begging the madam, can I have another one? Can I have another one? And that one go, and the woman come down the stairs and she goes, oh, he's already changed his mind before he's seen me. Like, Matt goes, that must happen to her every week. People come running because she had her excuse already.
She looked like she was
unloaded.
on her last warning.
Yeah,
He didn't even see me before he ran off.
And I was all on the floor, and Matt said that she looked like a bulldog eyeing a bejewelled clockwork mouse. Like I was all on the floor like a little clockwork mouse. Right, okay, that's that terrible story that besmirches all sorts of moral boundaries. Of course, I'm clean and serene now, and the sex industry, I suppose, I don't know what our attitude is towards that. It should be properly, should be properly policed, and people should get regular tests, and is exploitation of women, and that's terrible.
You should just have sex with
I'm going to
them.
start a charity.
You have to
too
have. I
expensive.
don't want to miss a thing playing in the background.
Hey, this is okay because I've got a really sentimental song playing while I exploit you. Okay, I'm thinking of starting a charity for prostitutes, actually. Well, in a way, I've been doing it for quite a while, but I'm thinking of doing it in a rather more legitimate way. I don't sleep with prostitutes. News. Well,
Yeah.
that was news in a way. My new charity to help women get off the streets and into my car, in the words of Billy Ocean. Okay, you're listening to the Russell Brand
It's
Show
not your
on
car.
BBC Radio 2. No, it's not my car. Les
Belongs
is
to
driving
Les.
that, getting me into all sorts of blunders with Sacramento Thirds and all the boys. I don't know what their names are. Okay, so, right, well, probably you're wondering what's happening on this dirty little circle, and if you are, I know a person who can tell you. They're called Newsface. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital and on 88 and 91 FM. Whoa, revolution! If I Can Dream, Elvis Presley, the
Brilliant.
king of rock and roll. You enjoyed that,
What
did
a
you know?
tune. That's his best song.
Yeah.
Bar Hound Dog.
Bar Hound Dog. Matt just said to you, would you ever cover it?
But then again, Matt was trying to get me to cover some right rubbish last week.
That was a
that
good
you're trying
song.
Oh dear.
No, it wasn't a good
Todd
song.
Rundgren.
I
No.
fear for this heavy metal show. I really do. Some of these ridiculous suggestions that
Not
are coming
so
out of Matt
heavy
Morgan.
metal.
It's been a great show so far. We've been talking about Ray Darcy, the Irish radio presenter, who's been stealing ideas from our show and then doing them on his own. He is currently the world record banana
Hey,
eater.
hang on a minute, have I just got a text from Ray Darcy?
Was he? What's Ray Darcy
Did you
saying?
come on my show?
He's trying to get Noel Gallagher
Hey?
for his new item, Wrinkly Rockers
No,
off the
no,
Emerald Isle.
You wouldn't come over to Ireland, would you?
Get over here. I tell you what, you have a natural pizzazz. You're very good on the radio. You have a lovely voice. Yeah, Ray Darcy texting Noel. Unbelievable, unstoppable. Apparently Ray Darcy is drunk now. We've been trying to contact him. Well, Nick, our producer, the guilty vicar's son, came in and said, Ray Darcy won't come on the show this week 'cause he's been watching Six Nations and he's really, really drunk. And Noel goes, I come on this show drunk all the time.
He's a lightweight, isn't he?
Me
What a
too.
lightweight.
Yeah, what a
Well,
lightweight.
drunk, drinking bad. Right, so...
I'm going to go on his show drunk.
Yeah, go on.
That's got to happen next, isn't it?
Don't go on his show,
Don't
Noel,
go on
because,
his show,
I won't-
Noel.
That'll give him
Well-
too much attention. Let's drive him into the dirt.
Yeah.
Let's drive Ray. Let's crush Ray Darcy.
Yeah.
And nicking our items. You thought about to where the hospitable.
Yeah.
Somebody else at the ball.
Yeah.
Thank God. Right, okay. If you was listening to the show last week, then you are brilliant. And you'll know that Noel Gallagher had a run-in with and a very near knife fight. Tell us about that again, Noel, when you nearly
Oh,
had-
Kaniki from Greece. I don't know what his name. What's the actor's name?
His name is Jeff...
Conway.
Jeff Conway. What did he do?
Yeah, he was. We got some gig backstage, and he come in. I think he's on a walking frame.
Some gig.
I mean, I shouldn't
Marilyn
laugh, but,
Manson.
you know.
Noel Gallagher
Can't-
laughing
what-
at the disabled there.
One can't help oneself. And I was like, well, you're Kaniki off Greece. And this, what, you know, what's with the walking frame? He said, I've had 4 back operations. And he said, but I can still pull a knife on you. Or was that? And out came this
Out
knife.
came the blade. Out came the
And it was
switchblade.
kinda like, whoa.
And Noel
yeah.
said to me after the show, he said, I'm not ashamed to admit this, Russell, I actually wet myself a little bit. He said, I see no embarrassment, no shame in a fully grown man, then a little bit...
Because that sounds like a sentence I would use. I see no embarrassment or shame on a fully grown man or wet my panties.
You said, I was so nervous, my willy done a burp, and I done a bit of winky water.
I think I said to him, I said to him, it's nice to see you still acting like a T-bird. And that was it. And he got kind of ushered away.
Well, we'll finally get the truth. Here's an email. Hi, Russell, says Kathy. You know how last week Noel told that story about Kaniki from Greece pulling a knife? If you check Kaniki's page on Wikipedia, you'll see a fan of the show has already updated it with the following. On Russell Brand's radio show, 1st of March, Noel Gallagher claimed he got into an argument with Jeff Conway backstage at a gig, resulting in Conway
say it was
pulling
an
a
argument.
knife.
Didn't say it was an argument.
Well, that's inaccurate Wikipedia. There's a first. Now, come on. They say that my middle name's Wilberforce, and I heard someone say that Matt Morgan had talent once. Ridiculous. It needs to be properly policed. And then you go, and then this person, Kathy, she says, good to see it's now national news. Loads of things we say on this radio show are in the news.
Yeah, but they get
guarantee-
reported.
Well, but I'm reading the paper that you are now claiming that I'm going to play
A seedy homosexual, with the words I
rabid
used.
homosexual in your film.
I looked at you, Noel.
You're using my name to somehow sell a ridiculous idea of a film version of your life.
Which will be brilliant. It'll be a brilliant film, particularly with the part of Nancy Dave, played by Noel Gallagher, with aplomb.
I'd have it right off.
Havingitwriteoff.com. Have a look at that and have a look at Noel's true desires realised in a photograph.
Yeah,
I just thought that you'd be a natural person to play.
No, you didn't. You thought when it's written in the paper, his name will be in big black letters, and people will go, "Oh, what's got?" Oh,
actually, I did it just
That's
to
a bit
wind you up.
distasteful.
I just
No, I
thought
know
it'd be
you
funny. I thought I'll put that in, and Noel will have to read that, and one day his son will find that.
well, do you know, I found out about Liam's got it in the studio, and he's kind of flipped through the paper, and he went, "You better sort your mate's head out." Why? And he went, "Look at this."
Look at this.
Yeah.
But he was worried by that, was he?
No, not at all. He likes you, Liam.
I know, me and him have quite a nice connection, right near each other's faces, talking, him with his animal sexual charisma, me confused about my sexuality. So, anyway, we're all confused about, look at this, what Kathy said in her email. What's Kaneki up to these days when he's not pulling knives on wrinkly rockers? He was by far my favourite.
He's in Celebrity, there's a show here called Celebrity Rehab, and he's in that.
Well, let's find out more when we talk to actor Jeff Conway, Kaneki.
Is he here?
Jeff, are you there, mate?
Hey, how you
Jeff.
doing?
Yeah, we're all cool, mate. Are you all right? Jeff?
I'm pretty good. I'm recovering from my back operations.
Yeah,
and,
I think
I'm
Noel.
standing up almost straight, so
Perfect.
I'm not walking around like an ape anymore.
Oh, that's good that you're not walking around like an ape. We've got one of the Gallagher brothers here. They specialise in that kind of walk. Hey, listen, I think ape walking. They're a right couple of ape walkers. Here, Noel, I think, wants to apologise to you for
What for?
provoking him.
Are you saying ape walkers or ape wankers?
Hey, whoa, no, that's Kaneki there, not the views of the BBC. Sorry for the language. So, hey, Noel, go on then, have a chat with Kaneki about things. He seems all nice.
All right, mate.
Now, what about this nice
How
stuff?
you doing?
What are you talking about?
We just
I don't know.
Well, we've just been talking about. Well, we just liked it. You know, you carry a knife, Kaneki. I mean, Jeff.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I do. How do you know that?
Well, because Noel Gallagher come on our radio show last week. He goes, "Hey, I met Kaneki the other night when I was backstage at a gig," and he goes, "Oh, I've had 4 back operations, but I'm still not afraid to pull a knife." And then you pulled a knife out. Why are you carrying a knife, Jeff?
Yeah, well,
Does it for protection, obviously.
Coming from New York, growing up in New York, you tend to always have some kind of weapon on you, whether it be a pipe or a chain or a knife.
Well, like Barbara
or
Streisand.
whatever.
Barbara Streisand won't have one.
A pipe.
A pipe. Hey, what's new?
I used to carry a hatchet around with me
You're
when I was a young
joking.
man, because it was, it was very dangerous in New York, and when there would be strange-looking characters on the subway car with me, I'd pull out my hatchet and start peeling carrots.
Jeff, you were the
One look
dangerous
at that.
character. Jeff, if you're carrying a hatchet on the subway, you're the problem. Oh, better carry a hatchet. There's a lot of assholes out there. Better keep me axe ready. You're part of the problem, Jeff. For heaven's sake.
I'm always ready for it. If it comes my way, I'm ready for it.
Oh, he's a T-bird,
A friend of
man.
mine, I collect knives. A friend of mine got me a stiletto. He was in Japan and put it
cocktail.
Under his inner sole
Shoe.
on his sneaker and
Jeff.
brought it back to the States for me.
Jeff, this is smuggling. Jeff, I didn't realise that Grease was a documentary. I thought that stuff was just a lovely music. It's like how you lived your life. Wow, Jeff, you knife-wielding loony.
When you grow up in New York, you grow up fighting. It's
Yeah, fair enough.
Big city. It's a big, tough city, and there's lots of violence that goes on. And
Well, it sounds like you're doing
I
most
have-
of it, Jeff, with your boots full of knives.
Jeff doesn't sound like part of the solution, does he?
Jeff, you're
Well,
not
I
part
don't
of
want
the
people to get
solution.
the idea that I'm an axe murderer or anything. I just
you do carry a hatchet, Jeff.
carry a little protection around with me.
You've just admitted to carrying a hatchet, Jeff.
Jeff, once you've admitted to carry a hatchet, you can't expect us to look upon you as a sort of Dalai Lama figure with a quiff. Jeff, are you still mates with John Travolta?
Yeah, we're still the good buddies.
How mental is he on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's Noel Gallagher's
How
question.
what?
How mad is he? Does he still believe in spacemen and all that? Carry on.
Well done, Noel. The sensitive issue of Scientology there, brilliantly handled by Oasis's Noel Gallagher.
Scientology, he's introduced me to Scientology.
He introduced you to it. Are you doing it as well?
Yeah, I started about 2 months ago. I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't call myself a Scientologist because I don't know enough
Because
about
you're
it
an
yet.
axe-murderer, that's what
Always an
Right.
ex-murderer first, Scientology second. Jeff, okay, and so is it true, Jeff, that that in the film Grease you had to stoop in all your scenes to make John Travolta look taller?
That's why he's got a bad back.
What they had asked me, they said, could you slump over so you're not taller than John?
Yeah.
And I
So what
said,
do you-
slump? I'm not going to slump. So,
Russell has that
you know,
problem
what
when
I
me and him are
did
doing photographs together. doesn't he?
is how I found part of the Kinnicky Walk was I just jutted my pelvis out.
Famous Kaniki walk, out with the pelvis, axe in pocket, on with the show.
Yeah, there you go. I got my axe ready and my other thing in my hand.
Jeff, Noel said, Jeff,
kind of
Jeff,
made
Noel,
me shorter. It kind of made me shorter when I did that, and it was a much tougher walk. You know,
it was a great
fact,
walk. We all loved the walk.
I
Jeff, do you think?
I fashioned it after a kid that I knew when I was a teenager.
Jeff, it may be responsible for your
walk like
back
that.
problems. Stooping around
What?
carrying an axe. I said it's probably responsible for all these back problems, is what Noel Gallagher said. It's probably done your back in, mate. Stooping around
Well,
like Igor around John Travolta. That's no good for your spine, mate.
Well, I hurt my back originally. I played Danny Zuko on Broadway in the early 70s for a couple of years.
Is that before or after? So that was before Grease.
That was before the movie.
Before the movie,
I
you played
did
Danny
the
Zuko in the stage play.
Broadway play.
Was it a bit annoying when they goes, we're making that into a film now? Great! Finally, I get my... You're not being Danny Zuko, we've got John Travolta. Now get on your knees!
No. Well, you know, John and I were good friends, and I knew, you know, between Barry Bostwick and myself and John, we knew whose ever career took off. Barry was a little bit too old by the time we did the movie. But I knew whose ever career took off first would end up playing Danny in the movie. And, you know, he turned into this big star, and, you know, they cast him in the movie. And I got a call one day from my manager, who was his manager as well, saying, they want to see you for Grease. I said, they want to see me for Grease?
You should have just
What's
turned
wrong,
up with
John?
your hatchet
Playing
and said,
Danny.
Oi, I'm Danny Zuko, unless someone wants to lose a finger. Here, Jeff, we've got your new single to play here. What's it called, mate?
Okay, this song is called Crazy. It's off the new CD called Vicky and Kinnicky.
Is it autobiographical,
Saints and Sinners. And you can go to myspace.com.
Hang on, write this down. Go to havingitwriteoff.com. That's where you need to be, Jeff.
Yeah, have a look at... You should have a look at
Let
having
me
it
give you the cyber address.
All right, just let's get a pen.
MySpace.
Just let's get a pen. Hang on a minute.
We're just getting hold on. Oh God, I've just gone through my pockets. All I've got is different axes and knives. Hold on, I finally found a pen.
Well, you
Hold on,
gotta
that's
watch it if you keep an axe in your pocket. You might chop something off that you need.
I know. I don't need nothing down there. It's been nothing but trouble, that thing. I'm thinking of chopping it off and let it start its own life. It'd be better off without me. Yeah, okay then. Jeff, go on then. What's your single called, mate? It's on myspace.com. We'll find that. If you Google Jeff Conway, Crazy,
well,
I think you'll probably get quite a lot of hits.
MySpace.com/Vicky, Vikki, and Kinnicky, Kenickie.
Jeff,
and
you're
the whole
spell that again,
CD's
please?
there, and you can download it. But the single is called Crazy, Krazy.
Hang on a minute, Jeff. We're writing this down here. Just give us a second. Hang on. Go back to the... What was the... How do you spell...
Right, it's all right, we've written it down. Jeff, well done, Jeff. Now, thank you, mate. We're going to play your single now. Thanks for coming on the show. Will you come on the show again, Jeff? You're good company, mate. Will you come on again?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to.
We should get you to come down one day if you fancy. It'd be lovely to see you in the flesh and everything, and perhaps you can finish Noel off.
Fun. I'd be
Stick him in the
I'll be ready
kidneys.
to travel in another month or two.
Fantastic,
So,
Jeff. Keep well. Look
let's
after
arrange it,
yourself.
and I'll come over and entertain you in the office.
Thank you. You'll come and entertain us in our office. Oh, you're lovely, mate. All right, Jeff, we're going to play your new single. This is Jeff Conway's new single, Crazy, and that was Jeff Conway, everyone.
Hey.
Crazy. Thank you. Are you going to play the single? Or is this a weird intro? Am I still on the air? Should I be doing
it's just-
professional radio? What's going on? Was the single not queued up?
No, it is there. It needs to
How
be put back
mental is
in.
he?
Jeff was an interesting gentleman.
He's pretty
wasn't he?
mad, isn't he?
He's pretty mad.
I liked him.
Glad you're all making friends out there, though. I won't be out.
Jeff does think Jeff's a bit embarrassed to be seen with me. He thinks I'm weird and a bit of an idiot, so and he thinks I'm a loose cannon. He described me as.
It's not just him saying that, Russell.
Right, we've got his song "Crazy" here.
Okay, brilliant. That's
Do you want to hear it?
Nah, throw that out the window.
Such charisma from the new host of the Heavy Metal Hour.
Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? I've got a new song here. I've got the new record here by Motorhead. It's their first release in 15 years. Do you want to hear it?
That's pretty good, now.
Well, thanks very much.
This classic Iron Maiden track will take
Recorded
you
It's not
especially
old
for this
heavy
show.
metal. You're both
Do you
out
want
of
to hear
date.
it?
You two still listening to the Smiths and stuff. Boring.
Hey, we're cut and thrust. We're out here in Hollywood. Right, should I come? Let's listen to
Hey,
Kaniki's
it's your
new
bonkers,
records.
mate.
What crazy?
Come over here.
There we go. There's Crazy by Jeff Conway. Crazy by Jeff Conway. Matt Morgan's seamless
That was the
DJ.
best counting ever.
brilliant.
I couldn't
Matt goes,
listen to
right.
that again.
Matt, I could hear Matt in the back. Goes,
Back in 5, he got to 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because you don't say 4 or
Don't say
5.
the last bit, 'cause then the person
Professionals.
might hear it. Right, but Matthew, you just went, can we come out of this now in 5 seconds? That's not very much warning for me and Noel to get our heads back together. Is
Why
it?
have I been given the voice of Neil from the Young Ones?
We were on.
Because
Well,
you're like-
my show.
Hey guys, come on, let's do a heavy metal show.
That's you. That's
Yeah.
the way you live your
Like
silly old life. Was that Kristen Bell just arriving? Kristen Bell's going to be coming here later. She's the actress from Veronica Mars and what's that film I'm in? Forgetting Sarah Marshall out at August Cinemas from April 18th if you're in America. 23rd of April.
Is it the same film you did with Adam Sandler?
No, different film, another film.
Right.
You can't have a film that I'm doing while it's out, can I, you maniac? What do you think it is, Doctor Who or
I don't
something?
know, I'm a rock and roller, man. I don't live by these rules.
Wrinkly rocker, Noel Gallagher
Shut
there.
up.
Right, okay, right, come on, let's concentrate, get the old energy back. One Jeff mad, everyone.
Completely mad.
He was mental.
He was interesting.
Why
I
was he
like the
so
way he goes
obsessed
around
with
knives and
spellings?
yeah. Vicky, Kanicki, he was obsessed with spellings. If you just were to Google that, Jeff Conway crazy.
I
you'd
was
be
that
laughing.
tall. I was told to stoop down in the film, and that's how I developed the famous Kanicki walk.
The famous Kanicki walk
That's
that we
right.
all never knew existed.
Yeah, look at this. Have a guess what I'm doing.
Oh, that's-
You're doing the famous Kanicki walk.
Oh, is it
obviously, yeah.
Chaplin or is it the Kanicki walk? Well,
Yeah.
walk like an Egyptian.
Famous Kanicki walk.
That's lovely, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's how I developed the famous Kanicki walk.
But
and
let's not mock him because he's
stabber.
tooled up. He's tooled
He's
up.
tooled
He's mad,
He's
though.
tooled up. Yeah.
He is a bit mad. He could axe us at any moment. We've got all sorts of people turning up in here now. Right, okay, so, guess what we saw the other day? A magazine by the name of Knives out in America, simply called Knives.
Right.
Got an old magazine called Knives.
What was it about?
Knives. And what are they going to talk about every week? Knives.
What sort of knives? Like military knives or like
Military knives,
kitchen?
stabby knives.
It
Sort out cans for Christmas.
wasn't a porno magazine, and nice was a euphemism for the old.
Knives for the John Thomas, for the danger goods, for the junk in the trunk, for your yes, for the power path. Knives, but a whole magazine. Knives. Like, hey, how many knives do you need? Guess who's just walked in here? It's Kristen Bell. I've been going on about her. Let's welcome her with atmosphere. Oh, Kristen Bell, she's so beautiful. Kristen, meet Noel Gallagher. He claims to be a musician, but you make your own mind up over the course of the show. You look attractive, dear.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
I am well.
I don't like the way that you're opposite me and then Noel's much nearer. I'd always assumed in my mind that when Kristen Bell arrived, I'd have some proximity.
I'm standing in between you with 2 bottles of cold water just in case you do the usual, Russell.
The usual? Is that what it's become
Start
known as?
attempting to rut like a stag.
I'll have one of the usual if you don't mind.
I'll either have him or her, or both.
Yeah, I'll take a lot of them.
That matter to me.
They're referring, of course, Kristen Bell, to my renowned sexual abilities, which you've experienced firsthand because we did...
Firsthand, absolutely.
Some may call it an illness, though.
I know. It's a little bit of an illness, I suppose. We had a lot of...
Sex.
Yes,
Right.
this summer we did.
So did
on
we.
camera.
on camera
All of
sex.
it.
Which really, for me, raised my game, I think, Kristen.
Yeah.
Don't put Kristen's microphone down. Who's done that? All the mics have died. All the mics have died. I can't hear in my... Or have I just lost my cans? What happened there? OK, we're live. We're listening to the Russell Brand Show on
Overreaction there.
88.2. Nice one.
All the mics have died. Radio doesn't exist.
Kristen Bell, Matt Morgan's with us in London. I don't know if you're on air at the moment, but you always got to assume that you are
Put
in
your
these
headphones
situations.
on.
You'll never be wise if you can't hear anything in your ears to just assume that it's not on the radio anymore and start saying
But they
crazy
be playing
things.
Lady in Red now. back
Nothing
in
there
England.
either. Huh?
They be playing Lady in Red now. Back in England.
Never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. Never us and you shine
Now-
so bright. No, are you hearing?
Obviously, he's obviously tried to pin on you that he's Doctor's famous radio DJ. This show is an absolute shambles.
Hi, it's the number one. Listen, Kristen, you should be very grateful to be here. This is the number one podcast.
I'm
in
very
the UK.
grateful to be here. I didn't expect you to be standing.
I stand up.
I thought I would come in here and you'd be just so calm, cool, and collected, like this was no big deal. Because you always talk about, doing my radio show.
Well, I mean,
but you're
it's-
really like getting into it. You have like jazz hands. When I walked in, you were talking about knives.
That's how I
And
create
Starts to
atmosphere.
feel himself up as well when he.
I do that. I do touch myself.
always
I do
he
do
does.
that. I do that. I do.
Yeah, I do that. I will touch myself intimately if
The Vicar's son has
moment
actually dropped a major Jackson Pollock here.
Oi,
anyway.
excuse me,
It's
Noel.
all
Have you
gone
got audio in your ear roll?
No, not at all.
You've not got it either. So do we know if
I
we're
have
even on
mine
air?
back now.
Oh, do you?
You're
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, I'm back.
All right, great, fantastic. So if you were listening to the show then, that was wonderful, because for all that time that I was talking, I was not entirely sure that we were on the radio.
Was it on then? I don't know.
It was
That was
perfect,
radio.
honestly, it was fine.
Oh, cool.
Are you all right there,
You
Matt
all
Morgan,
did
back in
really
London?
well.
Wasn't it great?
See,
Matt,
that's Matt. That's been dropped into the deep end. That's
Yeah.
how you keep the ball in the
He
air.
didn't
Can you
keep the
imagine
ball
that?
in the air. He went, I can't hear anything. I've lost everything. He lost it completely.
my dreams, my kingdom,
Kristen
everything I
held it
worked
together,
for.
Noel held it together, Russell didn't.
Thank you very much.
It's just ridiculous that my cans were the only ones that dropped out. It's bloody preposterous.
They
way
weren't
for-
jazz
to
hands,
run
that was
a radio
blind
show.
It's
panic.
the industry word for headphones, if anybody doesn't know that.
Industry word for headphones. We're really on the inside. It's falling apart. Everything I've thought for. Check my awards. Are my awards still there? Tell me my precious best newcomer is still on the mantle. And what about World's Sexiest Vegetarian? An award that I share with Kristen Bell.
Share, really?
Well-
share. Why don't you be realistic about what the award is?
Well, my one, I've got 2 awards. First of all, I was the sexiest vegetarian in Europe. Sexiest male.
Europe.
Yeah.
And mine says
Okay,
the
Ivan
world.
Novello, that's
which
all
is
I'm
bigger?
saying. That's all I'm saying. Which beats any vegetarian world nonsense.
We thought about this all
vegetarianism
summer.
in
Ivan
that.
Novello.
Ivan Novello. That's a rubbish made-up award. Whereas sexiest vegetarian, that's coveted.
Yeah.
It's legitimate.
Well,
It's a legit award. I
It's a
think
poll.
It was
They
first
vote.
won by Albert Einstein. Then Karl Marx won it. The sexiest vegetarian award. I'm the sexiest vegetarian in the world now. That's been
Yeah,
confirmed.
my title has been taken away, I think, by Carrie Underwood. I
Really?
did not win this year.
I shouldn't. So you're not even the world's sexiest vegetarian.
No. Why did you have me on?
Surely it's not something that you win. It's something that's given. It's not like a contest. You don't have to
No.
eat more vegetables than anybody else.
No, but they vote on mine.
You have
They
to
do
have more
vote.
sex than everybody else. That's the sex is more important than the vegetarianism in my book. If you can find a way of incorporating a parsnip into a sex act, and I've got a few tips, then you're a shoo-in for the
Sexy
title.
vegetables.
Sexy vegetables, which is what I call my genitals. Please meet the sexy vegetables.
It's also what he calls Matt and G when we're not on there.
The sexy vegetables. No, balls up.
My sexy vegetables are back in London.
I'm thinking of bringing them over. They're a lovely couple of sprouts. Look at them together.
We
Right,
are on
hold
air, you know.
Look. Okay, hello. Welcome to our new item, interviewing Kristen Bell in a professional way. No, shut up for a bit.
Sorry.
Because remember, you're quite you're an alpha male type character, but I've got to do this show, so shut up for a little
Can't be
bit,
an
all right?
alpha male type character and a raging homosexual like you keep trying to tell
Yes, you
people.
can. Imagine like big gay blokes going around bumming everyone. What's more alpha male than that? Sticking your willy right up a bloke's bum. You're in charge then. You'll know someone's the boss of you when they're carrying you around like a little puppet on the end of their willy. That's the most alpha male thing you can
Like
do.
they've done to you in prison.
How dare you? I had a lovely time there. That was a holiday camp. I don't know why he keeps calling it a prison, Kristen. Right. Kristen. It's Pontins. Right, okay, so Kristen Bell. At the age of 4, Kristen Bell told her family she no longer liked her name and wanted it to be changed to... What was it, Kristen Bell?
Taco Bell.
Shut up!
Smurfette.
Smurf Air.
Yeah. I was a very bullheaded child, and actually my first choice was Smurfette. My parents didn't go for it, and there was a good 2 weeks on the playground where I didn't answer to anything but Smurfette. I just had it in my mind.
Was it a lonely
I wanted to be the
time?
only girl. I actually wanted to have a situation much like this room
Yeah.
in my life, where
Oh.
she was the only girl. I thought, how rad is
See how you
that?
feel in half hour. No, but really, you wanted to be Smurfette because...
Yeah, and then my second choice was Matthew. I really wanted to be named Matthew
That's
as
a
well.
beautiful name.
I had a big order.
Matthew means gift from God. That's what Matt was saying about 5 seconds. Any views on the name Matthew, Matt?
Well, in Hebrew it means God's gift.
There you are. There
Excellent.
it goes. Predictable Matt Morgan. Matt's in London. He does this show with me. He's there with Mr. G, the poet laureate of the show. Sorry that you're having to be indoctrinated in such a clumsy fashion.
What does
That's
Russell
because you
mean?
just breathed in. Russell means little
Scratchy
red-haired
noise.
dwarf. It does mean little red-haired dwarf, as a matter of fact. What? And also, it was misprinted. It means little red-haired
What
dwarf.
does
It's a
Noel
French
mean?
name. Noel.
Oh, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Noel, actually.
I don't know what it means in Hebrew. I'm not very interested.
I think the original names were John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and Noel is a name that's very much derived from those names as just a sort of a rinsed out version.
No, it's not. It's a saint's name, isn't it?
Hogwash! Stop hijacking the interview. We're talking to Kristen Bell.
You asked me what it meant.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I did.
Sit down quietly for a little while.
Okay, go on. Talk about Smurfs.
Give him a drug or something. He loves a drug, this fella. If you give him a drug, he's good as gold.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. Look at that. Noel doing on-air housekeeping. Noel Gallagher.
Yeah, but
You
he
were
said
swearing
bad
last
in a
week on
Michael
all sorts.
Jackson
Pardon?
Yeah. So, hey, listen, I bet that somewhere, Ray Darcy, what do you think that Ray Darcy's doing on his show this week? You said no?
If you get a call off a guy called Ray Darcy, ignore it.
Ray
Okay.
Darcy
Yeah,
is an Irishman, he's nicking our content.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Everything
it.
we do on our show, he does it a week later.
Copy
Better.
that,
And
yeah.
tonight I have Kanicki on the phone. Kanicki, how you doing?
We will have Kanicki, right? Guess what we did? We tried to break the world record. We had the Guinness Book of Records people there to adjudicate. We tried to eat as many bananas as is possible to eat in 3 minutes. The world record is saying rubbish, like
You
3.
did that?
No, my co-host in London, Matt Morgan, tried it.
He made Matt do it. He wouldn't do it.
He failed. He failed to eat 3 bananas in that time, and then he was sick in a bin. Embarrassing.
3 bananas in 1 minute?
Yeah, 2 minutes, I think. It's ages. Then Ray bloody Darcy, the next week, does it. He was popping them in his bum. He was having the time of his life. He was juggling those bananas, so he's now the world record
Well, he
holder.
cheated because he didn't think that there were rules you had to put them in your mouth.
That's
He was
right.
shoving them up his bum.
Yeah, he was shoving them up his bum. That sounds nice.
We do a lot of that in Europe. Gets cold, you see.
Right, okay. That doesn't warm you up, sticking bananas up your bum, Noel. What kind of lifestyle do you lead? Right, listen, now, Kristen Bell was named best looking girl in her senior class vote. Is that true? Did you go to a school for deformed people?
It is true, but how did you know that?
Because we research guests before so we can humiliate
That's so
them.
professional.
Do you see? This is what we do. I stand up all nice and straight. Noel Gallagher, like, if any swearing happens, Noel will apologise for it. We do the national anthem at the end. Everyone goes home. We're having the time of our lives. So, you're best looking girl at your school? Mm-hmm. How peculiar. Is that why you think you've grown up to be quite arrogant? Because on the set you're quite like on the film. How did you find the experience of making Forget Is Sarah Marshall, in which you played Sarah Marshall? Did you enjoy that process working with me?
I did enjoy working with you. I didn't know what to expect.
Did you know him? Had you ever heard of him before the first minute he walked through the door?
No, but I
Funny that, isn't it?
had to test with him.
That eats him up inside so bad.
And I looked him up and I went, what?
Yeah.
I
What
said,
you did
who is
was
this
you went,
character?
wow.
Well, I said, wow. I said, his jeans are tighter than mine. Whoa. And then
But
we
also,
tested
my
to get-
genes are stronger than yours. You wait till you see my kids. Gorgeous. I'm not the little imps you'll spew out.
we had a wonderful time. We had to get very intimate very quickly because the first week of rehearsal, not only were we all working out together, but Russell and I had to come up with like 15 different yoga sex positions. And so we had a rehearsal that was
Wouldn't have been too
5
difficult
minutes.
for you, I would have thought.
that was videotaped, where we were trying to get into every position possible.
He's done that before.
Kristen, were you astonished at how well I took to that? And did you think this man must be a magnificent lover, judging from
I
the
was
aplomb?
impressed. You know what, though? But I don't think a lot of people would know, but I experienced with you, and I don't even know if you remember this.
Orgasm?
When we... time after time.
First one's free.
When we were shooting...
Next time I'll be a bit more lazy.
When we were shooting, we were shooting so much that we were running out of pasties, and so at the one point
Pasties
I
are
was...
things you put over your nipples when you're doing a film.
Are
Yeah.
they not
Cover your
like
nipples.
savoury little things? With
They are in your
pastry?
world,
Yeah.
you working class northern yob.
Cornish
But,
pasties.
in Hollywood, they cover your
They
nipples
cover
up.
your nipples, but at one point I was having to use gaffer's tape because we didn't have enough pasties.
A type of
But-
sellotape that's all thick.
But Russell was
A
quite...
brilliant actor, Russell.
He was quite protective of me on the set. We would be
You
lying
want
in
to
the
tell-
bed.
well, we know why that is.
But I thought, oh,
Let
he's-
her tell this story in which I come across as nice. We've been going about prostitutes and brothels for about half
How
hour.
long did it
But
take him to tell you that he was a stand-up comedian and really famous in England? How long?
Oh, one of the first times I met him, he said, it's astonishing to me how no one recognizes me. It's really awful. He said, I can't stand Hawaii. I
he's
walk down here and no one
And
knows
then
who
he got
I
his
am.
laptop out and showed you some stuff.
But he was very kind, and there were points where we had gotten so comfortable in the filming that after the sex scene, I had pasties on, and I was just sitting there, and it was and in the room, the crew guys couldn't have been more respectful. And Russell would come up to me, and he would just go, there you go, darling. Just there you go. And pull it up over my... He would just always make sure I'm covered and tuck me in like a little burrito, and I
Was
thought...
he staring at you?
How
Because
kind.
he does that. You know, he's like the snake off the Jungle Book sometimes. He was probably prodding somewhere else while he
He was trying to take my attention off of it. Well, I couldn't feel it if he did.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's won awards as well. Shagger of the Year, 2 years running. They don't give them away like bloody Ivan Novellos. Stick them in Christmas crackers. Shagger of the Year, that takes a bit of work, mate.
Caner of the Year 2007.
Caner of the Year.
Not for lightweights, that award.
Drugs are
Not
bad,
for
drugs are bad,
lightweights.
drugs are bad. So, Kristen Bell, you there. Come on, let's talk about me a bit more through the medium of you. Now, what other things happened when we were doing
Do you think he's got a
film?
big career of him in America?
Chris,
I do.
Really?
I do. I think that he...
Gutted, because I've got a big career.
He's gonna... I think
We're
he's gonna
taking the
blow up.
word of somebody wanted to be a Smurf. All right.
How dare you say that about Smurfette? She is a soothsayer. She has personal
Carry on.
He defends my honour all the time.
Well,
I think
he will do, and then he'll never call you after that.
I think America's ready for you, Russell. I was impressed with you.
You were impressed by me?
I was, very much so. And so was everyone. A lot of people couldn't keep a straight face. There were all these scenes with Russell
Yeah, well,
looking
we get that
in
in
the
England,
mirror.
but for very different reasons,
Especially my clothes.
Well, there were all those scenes with you looking in the mirror where you were kissing it and all that stuff that was just
That was a
hysterical.
struggle.
That's not acting.
It was, yeah.
It's very difficult. I had to immerse myself in the character of a vain, self-obsessed narcissist.
With a slightly different name.
And yet this vain narcissist has the name Alder Snow. Well, hold on, so I mustn't respond to Russell, and if someone says Alder Snow, then what do? I pretend they've said Russell, do I, in my brain, and say yes or hello or something? Okay, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Right then, let's ask some more questions to the gorgeous, bloody Kristen Bell sat over there. How do you feel, Kristen Bell, about being described as the leader of geek chic movement? Are you that?
I didn't call myself that, but I suppose I have been. I was on the cover of Geek magazine, which is a big fanboy magazine over here in America.
Have you ever been on the cover of Knives?
No.
No,
No, but
get a knife.
But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. And this is not being arrogant, I am a real big hit at Comic-Con, okay?
That's kind of arrogant.
That's really arrogant.
Because
Arrogant Smurf bitch.
because I've done a lot of those Comic-Cons. I've done a lot of sort of sci-fi-ish
What is
fanboy work.
Comic-Cons? It sounds to me
Sci-fi? You mean
pornographic.
like Scientology?
No.
Are you a
Like,
Scientologist?
no.
Do you want to be a Scientologist?
No.
No, stop going on about Scientology. Get us all killed.
It's mental.
It's serious
You
out
just don't
here.
want to offend anybody because you won't get any parts in films
Can
because
I
they've
just
got all the
say,
money.
Scientology is a bloody good faith.
Mental! It's mental.
Is it?
Tom Cruise, say no more.
I like him.
I
Nice
do.
fella.
He's mental though, isn't
You jumped in front of his photo quick enough,
he? I
didn't you?
tried.
Tom Cruise was getting papped outside his hotel. Noel Gallagher, supposed to be a respected musician, jumped in front of him, which can be risky from
You
what I
stole
gather.
his thunder.
I didn't steal his thunder, actually. I just overshadowed him by about 4.5 inches.
Well, wait. Let me finish telling you this story because this is
Yeah, go on,
this
tell
is
us the story.
unbelievable.
Shut up for a bit, Noel.
The geek chic thing came from Comic-Con because I did a lot. I did Heroes and a lot of sort of internet savvy television work that people became a little obsessed with. The
You
internet
talk about
fanboys.
internet pornography there.
Yes.
Good.
Well, so when I was at a Comic-Con a year ago, a man came up to me and said, "So I have an offer for you to be on the cover of my calendar." And I thought, "Oh, okay, this is really unprofessional. Just right up at the signing booth, just go ahead and propose it." And he straight up hands me a copy of Babes and Corpses, and it is legitimately like bathing suit clad women making out with, feeding chicken to, grabbing
What's it
in the
called
hot
again?
tub
What's it
with
called again?
babes and corpses.
All right, can you get it
Feeding
on-
corpses.
Naked, like
It's still available. Can you get
yeah,
it?
absolutely. You can, I'm sure you can get it on
Babes
the
and corpses.
Yeah, and he wanted me to be like Miss October or something, and it was all these women in bikinis like making out with like Tales from the Crypt kind of guys.
I'm pretty turned
But
on
they
by
were
that.
real
It's like a picture
skeletons.
of Noel and Sarah, really.
Oh, Matt, you've just blown it there.
Well done.
You've just
Well
blown
done,
it.
Matt.
My missus used to like you right up to that point.
Because
right up
she's
until
a
that
babe.
point.
Noel's married
She is
to
a
a
babe.
much more attractive woman than he should have if he weren't famous and everything. He's
Ivan
out of his depth.
Ivan Novello.
That Ivan Novello.
Yeah.
He's been using that instead of his willy in
See,
basic
Russell
terms.
Russell wears a T-shirt that says "Google me." I just carry around the odd award in the back pocket and just say,
That's all
"Yeah,
that's
it might have been
required.
10 years ago, but I deserved it."
You were a wonderful musician.
I was brilliant.
Now
I was
settle down,
brilliant.
Grandad.
Sorry.
Right, now listen, Kristen, you claim to be a serial monogamist. What does that mean?
That's like Scientology, isn't it?
I'm a serial monogamist. I just only let a few seconds pass between each relationship.
I suppose that. God, where are you getting all this information? I suppose that means that I'm more comfortable being in a relationship than I am being single.
Oh, are you in one now? Mm-hmm. Who's it with?
It's none of your beeswax.
Beeswax, you say? Sounds some sort of beekeeper.
Max Beasley.
Max Beasley, he'll probably be on the show at some point. Do you like him, Noel Gallagher? Let's go on and get...
He's from
Manchester.
He's from my neck of the woods.
He's a nice lad.
yeah.
I spoke to him the other day. He's a lovely lad. He's funny. He's a character.
Yeah.
He'd be
He's a
intriguing.
character.
Yeah, no, I liked him. Now listen to this. Your first theatre role was as a banana and a tree, Kristen Bell.
Yeah, in the same play. So clearly they knew that I could handle it right off the bat.
So what went wrong? Because by the time you got to
There's a
get
big
Sarah
deal.
Marshall, your acting skills had deteriorated. From the brilliance of the girl that so
It's nice
expertly
to see,
played.
Russell, you're working with the cream of the cream out here.
This girl played a bloody banana in a tree and she used to want to be a Smurf. I've really risen to the top. She's the new Greta Garbo! Leave her alone. She's good, she is.
All right, sorry.
I'll tell Sarah how you've been craning in at her and all.
Oh, shut up.
Sit back quietly in a chair. Someone go and get him a blanket.
It's just like being a present at one of your dates.
Is it?
Yeah.
My dates, normally by now someone would be pregnant. For heaven's sake.
Do you always do the show in the 300-degree room?
Yeah, because if people get hot, they're more inclined to take their bras off. We've discovered that over a period of time.
Is anyone wearing a bra but me?
Noel's got a bra on, poor old sod. He's not as young as he
Get
was.
Russell to show you his midget's nipples.
I've
She's
seen
seen them.
Russell's
She's done
nipples.
sex scenes
I've
with
done
me.
things to them.
She sucked them. Of course she has.
What came out of it?
God only knows.
Tit milk! Tit milk, they're full of tit milk! Right, now come on, everyone calm down a bit because everything's been a bit mental. Right, everyone, let's be all grown up and do a proper radio show. Right, hey, Kristen, we've got this lovely item that we do on this show. It's called Gay, where people with their gay problems phone us for advice because we're so bloody broad-minded and liberal. Hey, man, it's 2008. We can solve any problems for anyone from any demographic. So why don't we play the jingle for our new item, Gay? Gay! This is a email from someone called Tom. That's brilliant, isn't it? Professional. That's the jingle. So a fan wrote that for us.
Passes for radio back in England.
Hey, it's the #1 podcast in the country. Now settle down. You're
How long
ruining-
did it take you before he told you that?
Not long. Not long.
Hello, I'm Russell Grant, a
Do
vegetarian.
you know what a podcast is?
Can you believe no one
Are you aware of
recognises
a chart
me?
and a podcast? I'd be at the top of those.
All right, shut up. I'm doing a bleeding item. For God's sake, not hard to manage. It's your poor mum, poor Peggy, and he's the best behaved of them. His brother's like a psychopath. He's the good one. He's the quiet, well-behaved one. The other one probably would have stabbed someone by now. No wonder, you know Kaniki, out of Greece, he nearly stabbed him last week because he's a pain in the arse. That's why he does it. I'm 100%, I'm 4 square behind Jeff Conway, Kaniki, stabbing Noel.
Have you ever met Kaniki?
No,
Jeff Conway?
I have been watching the show.
Carries
though.
a hatchet.
On,
He carries a hatchet.
He does? He subscribes to knives? Is that what you're talking about?
He virtually
He carries a
admitted that he was an
hatchet?
axe murderer.
And he's
In
living-
his wheelchair? Because he rides a wheelchair.
That's right, that's why he keeps it down the side. He goes, yeah, I carry a hatchet, because there's a lot of sick assholes out there in New York. Because if you're going around with a hatchet, mate, you are the sick arsehole. Come
Yeah.
on, get it together, Kaniki. But he didn't see the logic in it. He's a lovely lad, though. We've probably
We've written down his website address there somewhere. You might like
Yeah,
to.
if you want to have a look
I'm
at
going
it.
to check that out.
Right, listen, I'm doing...
Havingitwriteoff.com.
No, shut up about havingitwriteoff.com. I do have a look at that, though, because it's a picture of me. It's actually, they've superimposed. Show Kristen that.
I look like I've just taken some snuff.
What's happened is, that's Kristen's body your face has been superimposed on. It's me inside of Noel, but it's your... they've superimposed Noel Gallagher's face onto your body, Kristen, and it looks actually...
And what website is this?
havingitlarge.com or having it right off. It's not catchy, Noel.
Having it right
You should use the skills that you employ in your lyrics. Something that rhymes with brine, fine, sline. Right, here.
Shine, that's always a good one.
Shines,
Yeah.
cracker. Kristen, what's look at that?
really is my body.
Have a look at that if you're listening at home. Do go to
Oh,
computer,
yeah.
havingitwriteoff.com. Right, here's my new item, Gay. Hello, Russell. Look, everyone's passing that thing round. Right, everyone focus. This is my new item, Gay. You've got to help people with gay problems, Kristen.
Sure.
You've got to give them some advice. No, you just try and focus for a little while. Good pair.
Okay.
Hello, Russell, says Tom. It says, please don't read out my surname. I don't know why I'm writing this. It's probably not going to do any good, and I already feel quite stupid and confused, but there's no one I can talk to about it. I've developed strange feelings for Noel Gallagher. I don't even know what these feelings are or what they mean. I don't think I'm gay, though. I felt similar feelings for a guy in my class, but Noel's the focus. I get jumping... I get jumping sensations in my stomach. I'm going crazy. Wella. Tell me more. Write a new song. Listen. Tell me more. Are these feelings wrong? Aha. Etc. etc., etc. We could go on. Now, my older brother listened to Oasis while I was growing up, and since he left home, I play Definitely Maybe and Morning Glory every day just to hear Noel's voice. I tune into your show just to hear him. I look at his website, havingitrightoff.com, all the time. I can't help it. I feel so drawn to him, his voice, his music, his kind face. You've not got a kind face.
Yeah, I've got a
Oh,
kind
yes, he
face.
does.
You think he's got a kind face?
Yeah.
Look into my eyes.
Oh, horrible darkness. Except for a cruel flame burning deep within it.
No, you know the score, Russell.
You've got a lovely little face.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I really don't know what to do. I can't get my head around this. Tom, 15, from Stoke. Imagine being that gay and in Stoke. It can't be that easy, can it? Right, so come on then. What are we going to do? Tom's drawn to Noel. You shut up for a while, Noel, because your advice will be rubbish. Kristen, what should he do?
I was going to say, just give us a call.
I was going to say, just give us a call. He's underage. No. How young are your sexual partners going to get?
I've got Jesus juice all over the house.
Jesus juice all over the gaff. And duck butter too. Michael Jackson related thing. Michael Jackson, who was, of course, innocent. Kristen, so...
Michael Jackson is bad.
In a way. I'm a smooth criminal.
Yeah.
Oh, I like things what's smooth. I'm a criminal. Listen, Kristen, come on. What do you think that lad should do about his gay lust for Noel?
Well, he's just looking for general advice, or is there a specific problem where he's just confused as to his feelings?
Problem. He's confused about why he feels that. I mean, I think anyone who's attracted to Noel should immediately check into an asylum or an optician.
Clearly. Well, I think that
Check into an optician?
Yeah, I don't know what optician you go to, but my one you have to check in.
Mine's residential.
It's on Harley Street. I'll be staying the night. My eye hurts. I ain't seen nothing. Go on, let Kristen do some advice, you big yob. Go on, love. What a sexist pig. So sorry.
Go on, darling.
Go on, girl. No, you are. Yeah, that's a lovely frock. You've got a nice arse and all. Go on, tell us. Do an opinion out your mouth.
I think, what's his name, Tom?
Tom, yeah, he's got feelings for Noel.
Well, I think that Tom shouldn't necessarily write off in such a bad way that he possibly could be gay, because the second sentence said, I definitely don't think I'm gay, I just have these feelings. So he either wants to emulate something about your personality, whether
No one would want that. No
music, or whether it's an actual
Is he leading me on?
sexual attraction. Who, Tom?
Is he leading me
quite
on?
possibly.
No.
I think Tom just needs to spend a little bit more time with himself,
Typical
and
man.
if it is the fact that he's homosexual, I think that he
Toying
should
with my
embrace
emotions.
that.
Toying
He should
with my
embrace his
emotions.
homosexuality, but I think we should do is look at perhaps some other...
Yeah, but he shouldn't embrace mine. Should embrace his own, leave mine alone.
I've got the solution. What he needs is better-looking male role models. Why not look at russellbrandfansite.com? You'll see some images of a very handsome man with very ambiguous sexuality that's well worth having a crush on, rather than wrinkly rocker Noel Gallagher. There is the conclusive advice on that issue. What do you think about that?
I've said my piece.
God bless you, Tom. Tom, you'd be very welcome to come onto the show. It seems that Noel's turned into some sort of Oscar Wilde figure. more than happy. They'd probably call you chicken. Young bit of chicken now, bit of chicken flesh. Go on, I'll get hold of him. I think that's what they say. I don't know the rules.
Yeah. You spoke like that before, didn't you?
Yes, I have.
Around King's Cross.
Right, come on then, let's play a record, because it's been about an hour, and then we'll come back, we'll have more from Kristen Bell, more from Noel Gallagher. Matthew, have you got a record there, mate?
Yeah, we've got loads. What you want? Hole in My Shoe by Neil. We've got that.
Yeah, let's have Hole in My Shoe by Neil. Matt Morgan's, did you hear him just then? He was thinking about having his own heavy metal show. He's ridiculous. Yeah, we've got loads of records. What do you want? Can you imagine that? Imagine
Do you want to hear it?
Do you want to hear a record? 5, 4, 3. Hello, this is the Matt Morgan Radio Show.
I've got some records. Do you want to hear them?
Stop doing that voice. That's not my voice. Listen to my voice.
It was exactly the same as that voice, wasn't it?
It was very similar.
It's
Damn.
indistinguishable. Come on, this is Hole in My Shoe by Neil at the Young Ones, and look at how much it reminds us all of Matt Morgan there. It was either Neil out of the Young Ones or Matt Morgan doing Hole in My Show. We'll never truly know. There is a Hole in My Show. Yeah, Matt Morgan.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is
I
the
can't
Hole
get
in
a
My
bloody
Show.
word
You
in.
are the hole. No, so listen, we've got some emails here. It's Tasha from Sheffield. Question for Kristen: is Russell a good kisser? Come on, Kristen, tell the truth. love.
Absolutely.
What about that?
Absolutely.
He's not allowed to
Yeah.
use tongues, though, because that's
No,
sexual
well.
harassment at work.
Go on, Kristen, tell the story. I'm big enough. I can take it.
It did. I think it only got a little sloppy once, but that's just because we got very into it. But you have very nice lips, Russell, and you always smelled very nice.
Ta-da! There we go.
He does not.
Words, Kristen Bell there.
I've just been given a certificate.
But I think
for
he
that.
smelled nice because he was borrowing my lip gloss.
Listen, stop trying to undermine my achievements. Matt, you can say I don't smell nice. You're probably talking about from the middle of some threesome 3 or 4 years ago. I can't be held responsible for my hygiene when I'm doing my sex
You
moves
break
with
wind
you in the room.
constantly, and you're
Not
vegetarian. vegetarianism has created something very wrong
How
inside
dare
you.
you? I never break wind in front of anyone I've not made come. That is one of my rules.
What, me, G, Nick, Noel?
All of you guys. Noel's face there, he's screwed up, all confused. Right, we've got some more guests have wandered in here. This lad Brian, who we met down the boozer, who's just some... I like him, he's an eccentric. And Connor out of the Frills has turned up as well. You do all the singing, do you, out of the Frills?
Right, I do.
You're good. I like the Frills are good.
Thank you very much.
How's it going? Oh, look at you, all gentle with a lovely face. Have you been, like...
We've been on tour together, we've toured together.
You've toured together?
Yeah,
That's nice, because I do worry if another musician comes in, because Noel's such a bullying lout. Oh, they're rubbish. Oh, they're all rubbish, them lot. Oh, they're crap. So it's like, nice that you've been...
All right.
You like the Frills?
Yeah, we've done some gigs with them, man. Good
Oh,
lads.
that's lovely. That's nice to know,
Good
isn't
lads.
it? Oh, look, Connor's all sweet. Well, that's good. Right, we've got some more emails here. Listen to this one. Hello, everyone at the show. This is from Adam. I found the meaning of Noel's name here. It says, to act as a Noel is to act as though one knows everything, regardless of one's own limited powers of comprehension. Often considered by his or her acquaintances to be arrogant, selfish and egotistic. Usually the said acquaintances are no different, and in an attempt to disguise their own social deficiencies, refer to this syndrome simply as Noel. Bloody cheek. That's an insult, because I was dragged into that insult at one point. If I'd known that when I'd started reading the email, I wouldn't have bothered.
That's rubbish.
Dear Russell and Matt, according to my... listen to this from Jane White from South Africa, a country with no blood on its hands. Dear Russell and Matt...
Is that a name?
According to my history teacher, nuns were indeed prostitutes. They were there for the use of priests. Even worse. Nick, I hope your dad's getting this, Nick the vicar's son. Nuns and vicars doing it together. The church is a mockery, it's a farce. And all other religions as well, except for ones where they kill you. They wore rings...
Scientology's mad and all.
Oi! No! Not the views of the BBC. No religions are mad. Do what you like. Believe what you want. You're all going to die anyway. It's pointless. They wore rings and they were called the Wives of the Lord or something similar. Oh, I like that angle.
I like that film.
Wives of the Lord?
Oh,
Lord of the Rings. Come on, get your head together. I like the idea of Wives of the Lord. Go, oh, you're a wife of the Lord now. Right, and then...
You're going to be trying that when you get back to Hampstead, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You're my wife, and I'm the Lord.
I'm the Lord. There will be certain conditions, of course. Lift up your cassock. Go on, girl. Wives of the Lord or something similar, which gave the priest free rein on them. The clothes were designed to hide pregnancy. Oh, my God, it's getting heavy. And often dead babies were found in the nunneries. I'm not sure how true this is. I'm only repeating what my teacher told me. You idiot child! We've broadcast that now, and Noel's condemned Scientology. We're in a great deal of stook on account of believing
I just said
children.
it's mad.
All sorts of things are mad, though. Why not?
Scientology is the maddest one.
Get into a balmy religion, something to do. Oh, Kaniki's into it, so, you know. I don't think that Kaniki would get into a religion that was mad, do you?
No.
You know,
He's a
axe wielding.
Scientologist?
He gets into mad fights, axe fights.
Noel goes, oh, you're all right, you should get a wheelchair, your back looks bad. And he goes, yeah, I may have a bad back, but I can still pull a knife. And then pulled a knife.
The hatchet.
It was just a knife in that instance, but, you know, the hatchet he's probably saving for
didn't get
another
the full
occasion.
hatchet.
He carries a hatchet and a knife.
Yeah, he's loaded.
In case he needs both.
Right, you never know. Or you might have stabbed someone, leave the knife in them, then you can still hatchet someone else. You say the person goes, oh, you shouldn't have
I'm not
knifed
sure if
that
they still make hatchets. That's kind of like, that's old school,
It's
isn't it?
antiquated.
Hatchets, yeah.
It can't be legal to carry one on your person.
Of course it isn't. Kaniki don't care about the law. He just gets himself down to the blacksmiths.
He's
and
a
has an
T-bird,
hatchet.
man.
Yeah, that's it. He
He
still
doesn't
thinks the
follow no
T-Birds
rules.
is real. OK, right, it's almost time to summarise this show. There's 5 minutes left. Let's get Mr G, Poet Laureate of the show, to summarise this show. And if he can do that, that's a real testimony to his poetic genius, because it's been a real shambles. Here he is, Mr G. Let's welcome him to atmosphere, everyone. It's nice people here clapping. They like it. People like it clapping. It sounds like atmosphere. Mr G, hit us, baby.
This poem is called Clockwork Mice. Clockwork Mice. False starts, Aerosmith from beating hearts, technical difficulties, our speciality, a hippie prince raised in insanity. Procured by Darcy, a banana fast targeted heartedly. Next up, Botox beards and boobs converted convents, remarkably, with craftily mocked schmocks laughing at milk sops. Kaniki contorted walking, ideally brought with quick chops. So before the Smurf pasties give way and the blue Smarties are hanging out, this is Radio 2 Sexes, Vegetables, the Babes and Corpses signing out.
Woo! Wow, there he goes, Mr G. Summarise the whole show. I'm interested in that thing, Kristen. Like, so Babes and Corpses.
It's a real calendar, yeah. I'm
you-
sure it's a website as well. You can probably look it up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Babesandcorpses.com.
Babes and Corpses.
It's really gross. It's really
Jimmy
weird.
Savile was in it.
Oh, yeah, that's
allegedly.
it.
Oh, it's already up. It's cool. Hold on, both of those. The woman looks like a corpse as well. Don't say Jimmy Savile's into.
That's not the
Allegedly, I
The
said.
calendar I was going to do had real women in babies. It's
They look
not
like
the corpse.
burn
I wouldn't have been a
victims.
corpse.
You wouldn't have been a corpse.
I
You'd have
would've
been a
just
babe.
yep, a
Yeah,
babe.
if you're asked to be in a calendar called Babes and Corpses and they say put this green makeup
Boom.
on, that's offensive. Isn't it? That's very unfair. Okay, next week on the show we've got Marilyn Manson. coming on.
Hey.
Vinnie Jones and Max Beasley will be here also. You coming in next week, Noel? Are you back in England?
I'm out of here Wednesday.
Oh, no.
Got to go home.
I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too. Call us, though.
All right, then. I will call you. I'll give you a ring on the
talk to you.
telephone machine.
I'll have a chat with Manson.
Yeah, all right, we'll call you up when Marilyn Manson's on the show. We can see if we can clear
Just
up
call
this-
him Manson. He prefers to be called
Just
Manson.
call him Manson.
Manson.
Thank you, that's a nice tip. Is that a lie? Like that
No.
time you told me that Liam liked having his nuts cupped. It's what got us through our teenage years, and we'll just cop each other's nuts. Silly, silly boys. Okay, yeah, so that's all happening next week. Noel will be back on the show. I'm popping home. When am I going home? 25th. Oh, stop saying that. Oh, I'd hate to get mobbed at Heathrow by people that will sleep with me at the drop of a hat. All this talking to people rubbish I have to do out here bores me witless. Oh, hello, do you do a job? I do a job. Can I cut my trousers down now, please? Would you please talk to my sexy vegetables?
I'll be arriving on flight BA 175 at 5:15.
Ironically, I'll be flying on Virgin.
There'll be a driver waiting with a placard saying, Russell Brand, if you could just form a queue behind him.
Yeah, it'll be like just a Christmas tree, but with condoms hanging off him. That's what it'll be like. Just
Like Keith Richards.
No, what? Well, Keith Richards, yeah, right.
Yeah, well, he wears penknives in his hair and all that. He looks
Yeah,
like
he
a totem
does.
pole, doesn't he?
He does look like a Christmas tree with condoms in his hair, and that's why I'll be playing him in a new smash hit play, according to a made-up story in the newspaper. Okay, so is the show nearly finished now?
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for all your emails and all your wonderful contributions. Listen to us next week. Keep downloading the podcast. It's very important that we stay at number one. Remember the revolution. Remember, we've got to get China right out of Tibet. They're still there. I looked at China the other day. But no, not China. I looked at Tibet. Chinese people in there. I thought it was bloody China. So many Chinese people in it. I go, get out of there. You're not from Tibet. Get out. What are you doing there? Get right out of Tibet. Also, other things that are important for the revolution. Egalitarianism set for me at the top of a pyramid, all on top of a load of nuns having orgasms and dead babies.
Eggs.
What? What'd you say?
Slags.
Slags. Yeah. Noel Gallagher there saying nuns are slags and Scientology's mad. Remember those views there?
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
Nuns are slags. That's nuns are slags, drugs are bad.
Drugs are slags and nuns are bad.
Nuns are bad. You naughty, naughty nun. I'm Russell Brand. How do I help you? Is this show nearly finished? We'll be going to the news.
Yeah.
Very soon you're going to hear things
10
that sound
seconds.
very jarring. Matt Morgan, thank you for your contributions, Matt. You've been brilliant.
Thank you. I think
later,
I've
Matt.
enunciated well.
You've really enunciated well. You didn't sound...
Here's the news. Do you want to hear it? Heavy metal pro. Do you want to hear it?
How's he going to throw to the news in his heavy metal rap programme? Let's have a listen.
We won't have news on my show.
Of course you'll have news. The world's not going to stop for you and your poxy little radio show. Things will still be happening. Kaneki will still be out there with hatchets. Noel Gallagher will still be there with his much too young, good-looking wife. Kristen Bell will still want to be a smurfette and a dead corpse, having it off for a necromancer, necrophiliac filth.
News.
The world keeps on...
Here's the news. Do you want to hear it?
This is
BBC Radio 2 online on digital and on 88 to 91 FM.
Keep rocking, man. Stay with the show. We all love you. Revolution. Hare Krishna. Boy.